Yeah. It's the only
All
thing I'm
right.
missing from the live part.
Yeah, you know.
It's only a part of it.
It's only a part, yeah. That's pretty good.
All right. Yes, we're still doing the. We remembered my idea that I thought was horrible, but I guess it's working out. The arranging us by alphabetical titles and names.
Thank God someone other than me
what?
did it because I totally forgot
Thank you, EOG. Yes.
Yeah, no problem.
Somebody
I think you're
knows.
right. I think it's a good idea to have us in the same spot every time, and I give no shits about which spot is which. So
Yeah, you know.
alphabetical's easy
Yeah.
to remember.
Yep.
That's kind of my thought, right? Like, what else are you gonna do? So.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, we go in order of rank. So it's Tristan Gold, and then it's Swamp Shack Silver,
Yeah.
Shenanigans Bronze, and every other Wood League.
Wood League.
That's right. That's
Awesome.
right. Yeah. So, yeah, there's so much to talk about, but
Oh
let's
my
get
gosh,
started
yes.
before we talk.
Yeah.
Going live.
It's been a busy week,
right.
that's for sure.
Holy shit.
All right, I'm gonna get started with a couple just regular games before I do a draft. I don't know if you guys are doing the draft today. We're
I
still
have
doing,
the
very
coins for it,
much.
so sure.
I don't have the coins yet, but I think I will if I do some games. So I'll probably do a draft after I get some games.
Oh
in.
yeah, I want to
Nice.
draft.
Hey, and remember, re-roll all those 500s.
I
Re-roll
have
those
been.
500s.
I have been. I've been making good money out of it.
Isn't
What do
it
you real roll the
fantastic?
500s?
So if you have a daily quest for 500 gold,
Mhm.
re-roll it for a chance at a 750 because 500 is the floor. 750 is the
Oh.
ceiling.
Yeah, it's totally random. So if you re-roll it, you can't get any worse than 500.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the economy, you know, I've been kind of bitten by the magic bug, the 5-color bug.
Oh boy.
In more ways than one, and we'll talk about that. But
Oh.
anyway,
Ominous.
You know,
I like it.
He's been
some
buying
people
packs.
online and some people on YouTube, definitely like Tatarian College. I think I messed up the name, but whatever.
Talarian.
Talarian, thanks to you.
Yep.
It has something to do with magic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Talarian, is that
Yeah.
the school in magic? Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I don't get it, because I don't read the books and stuff. Yeah, Talarian College. Yeah, he was
books.
going on about how there are 2 different types of currency in the game and how he doesn't like it.
Sure.
You know, man, I like it. And I get where he's coming from, of course, don't get me wrong, but I like it in the sense that you are actually able to make gold. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And there's currency. There's 500 dailies and there's 750 dailies. That's
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
There's no, you know, and a lot of them are cast, destroy, play, not win, 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 win. Right?
Right,
So
yeah.
that's also
Plus,
awesome.
there's a daily and a weekly win and win reward quest, right? And the
so there's both. Yeah.
and the weekly ones give great rewards, which means you don't have to be on a consistent winning spree. If you only get to play every now and then, you'll still probably get those weekly rewards, man. I love it.
It rewards both, right? So it's very interesting. And as we're about to learn with the draft, I've learned there is technically a way in this specific draft, not the sealed draft, because you can't use gold on that. But with these drafts, you can use gold to earn
Right.
diamonds. Was it diamonds?
Gems, crystals,
Yeah.
crystals.
Whatever.
I think.
Ethereal.
The other one.
Fuck you, magic.
Something, yeah. So you can actually use gold to earn gems, which is cool, right? Like,
Yes.
I mean, it's not going to get you, you know.
Chica Day, awesome. Hello. Hello, welcome.
Hey,
welcome,
Chica,
welcome.
nice. Thank you.
What is
As a
going
small
on?
giant.
The small giant.
Small giant. Hey, whoa.
Hey.
Unsung
Hello.
glint.
Thank you for the host.
Oh, unsung
Hello.
glint. Oh man,
As you hear-
Everyone.
Chica brought the party.
Oh, it's so unfair to be online. We take our
Hey.
time. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm so
man.
glad. Thanks, man. Thank we're going gold. Yeah, we're talking about the funnest thing ever. You know, card games and the virtual economies that reside in them.
Hey. woo.
Fucking, they must have loved my rant. What can I say? What can
That's
I
right.
say,
Yeah, that's
you
right. We let Swamp talk uninterrupted, and then bam,
Yeah.
get some hosts.
It's the money.
Profit. It works out.
Right.
Also, how do I? Oh, that's how you swap it. Cool.
know? Yes, hello, Chica. Hello, Small Giant. Thank you very much. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
I'm gonna go ahead and get started on games here too. I got a few Hey, thanks so much for the follow, the small giant. I'm gonna just do the blue-black pre-made deck.
Sounds good. And Salt, thanks.
Salty's here too. What's up, bro?
Hey, Salty.
Small giant, thank you for the follow.
Host, man. Oh man, look at all this! Look at all this activity and
wow, the hosts, the follows, it's all here.
The hosts, the follows, the viewers. We haven't even played anything yet.
I'm very curious about how Chica feels about it, because you probably got all the special Spark stuff going on your side of things.
Oh yeah, 2.0.
2.0.
Holla holla.
It's on the docket of things to talk about eventually. But before we get into that, is there anything else you want to say about currency stuff? Dark Master, if you look down at the bottom, there's a little thing that says skills, and it has a bunch of little interactive things. Chica Dawson and Chica the most awesome.
The most awesome.
Got him.
We really can't argue with that.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess. Oh, nice, awesome. We're learning the 2.0 swag. Hey, last thing I will say about that, Tristan, in all honesty, about currency, is that ultimately, at the end of the day, I've realized the best currency to have for Magic the Gathering
is friends.
Is a bunch
of wow.
Dead presidents, you know, the greenbacks,
yeah,
the gold, the real money.
The most powerful card is the MasterCard.
But yes,
the friends you make along the way.
I am glad I was able to set you up for that one.
Yeah, dude.
In all honesty, no, but yeah, it is the greenbacks. That's always the joke in Hearthstone, right? What's the best card in Hearthstone? Oh, what is it, dude? The credit card. Hey,
yep.
Right? It's kind of Magic, the feeling. So,
Wallet Warrior was a thing, and it was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
Go.
But yeah, thanks, Salty. Thanks for the pizza. I'm gonna have some pizza later.
Pizza.
Salty, you have no power over me. I went and ate. He was spamming pizza at me earlier, and I was very, very hungry.
Salty had the greatest idea. He mentioned to me earlier. You know, you can raid people with stickers now.
That's exactly what I did.
Dude, I mean, because Virus, this whole thing is pizza, right? He's got like pizza icons for subscribers and everything. There's a perfect one right there.
Power Pizza compels you. Yep. We rated Eska with pizza earlier today. It was great. White, blue, white, red, white, black. I have a feeling like they want me to play something. Green. That sounds like a good idea.
There you go. Got it. Got it.
Damage.
Nailed it.
Bonk, bonk.
Oh, same here. Pizza always compels me.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, okay, I can actually, this is a weird rant, but I'm gonna rant about this anyway. What do you think is the weirdest topping that you can put on a pizza?
Broccoli?
Marshmallows.
What the hell is broccoli anyway?
Think worse.
9mm bullets.
Good.
That's pretty bad, yeah.
How about egg? And that's something that I consumed 2 days ago, and I regret every minute of it.
I would still say...
Was
I
it
would
scrambled?
still say egg might be...
Yes, scrambled eggs on pizza.
I would still say that might be better than something that's, like, candy.
No, I've had that. I'm lying.
Candy pizza?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like marshmallows on normal pizza would be weirder
that
than
would be
eggs on normal pizza.
Hell no.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's rough.
We're just gonna have to agree to disagree here.
We're gonna fight about this.
I've had like a breakfast
Also,
pizza.
I hate you now.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Well, that escalated quickly.
There you go.
Yay.
Yay! Everyone hates everyone now. Every other hate.
Every other hate.
C4 is the worst. Yeah, it's an explosive taste in your mouth at least.
Hey.
Don't worry, it was as difficult for me to say that as it was to hear, apparently.
Nice.
Oh yeah, speaking of nothing at all and total transgental information, did you guys hear that a sequel to Undertale, like the first 10 minutes got not leaked but given out?
I did hear that, yes.
Yeah, interesting.
Huh.
I'm very curious to see what people say about that, because I never played the first one, but I just know people like it.
Yeah, same here.
It was good. It was definitely worth playing.
I know it's a thing. I'm not part of the thing. What is?
Hello,
the
cute. Undertale? Like, do you not know?
I'm just quoting you. You know,
Okay.
I haven't really played it. I haven't done much. But what the hell is this thing?
Yeah.
I agree. I've never touched it, so I would like to know the answer.
You know, okay, so if I could summarize this like as gently as possible, Undertale is it's just a fresh take. Like it's really good. It's a really good game because it's you've got the turn-based like Final Fantasy style, like you just got into a fight and now you have to fight. Except the way that fight plays out is really different. When the enemy attacks you by punching, you have your character signified like you look like a little heart, and the enemies are punching, so these like fists are flying down and you have to dodge them. So it's kind of like the combat system feels really unique because everything that the enemies do can be avoided by skill. Imagine a turn-based game where literally everything, you can get through the entire thing without taking damage if you're skilled enough, but it's nearly impossible. Right? I mean, that's just really neat. And it also allows you to have really intense fights where you wouldn't have otherwise had them.
Yeah.
That's pretty much as I can give away on the combat system. And then the story is a really unique take on a traditional, you know, fight the bad guys type story. And it's literally so like weirdly interesting that you just can't talk much about it without completely ruining it for me.
Yeah.
So
You did a good job of explaining it, though.
Salty's getting major lag.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Possible refresh if you are on an Xbox. I believe it's left trigger, right trigger, and Y.
Anyone in particular?
So I should make that like a button, because now I actually have to. I've been told by many people that I need to redo my bot, so that's something I'm doing this weekend, and people are holding me to it.
So there is a topic that I feel definitely needs some addressing, and since we are basically a podcast for streamers by streamers,
it's funny because it's very true.
it's very relevant.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so there's been this 2.0 update. And, this is, I mean, this is really interesting. And so we probably ought to talk about, like, first of all, what the update did. And then we can, I guess, talk about, how we feel about it, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
So, if you look down at the bottom right, is it called Season 2?
It is called Season 2.
Correct.
I'm sorry.
Season.
I apologize. It's the sequel. It's Mixer's sequel.
If Mixer 1 was so good, if Twitch 1 was so good, why is there a Twitch 2?
Yeah, I have been quoting you to everyone.
Season 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Which quote?
That.
No.
What you just said.
That wasn't my quote. I stole it from some other streamer.
Did you really?
Yeah. You didn't need to know that.
Nope, but I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
But everybody loves Battle Royale, Salty. Didn't you know that?
So if you look down at the Season 2, there goes an
unfollow.
Right. You can see. Well, if you're looking at all of us, it's down by Tristan's stream. There's a. You should see mix play, and then there's a skills button right on the right side with a little
If it has a Z, you went too far.
Right, with a little up arrow, right?
Brandon, hello.
So,
Brandon with the host. Thank you.
Hey, Brandon, what's up? So if you look at that, so if you click on that skills button and you've not done this before, which is my assumption, then you should have something you can do for free in there, just as an example. and it will. That if you do that thing for free, then it only appears to you. I guess is what I'm trying to get at. It'll only appear for you to see it, but it'll show you what it does. It's like, is it confetti or something?
Yeah, it's little. It's like a little party popper. There we go.
So, and you can see in the chat right now we have pizza, we have stars from Chicken Day Awesome. These are things that you can do with that skills button, and it appears in chat. I actually don't have I need to get my shenanigans chat up. I don't have it up right now because I'm a slacker, and I'm curious how it appears over there.
Yeah,
probably doesn't at all.
I don't think it probably will yet.
It doesn't. Interesting.
Give it time.
Because
they'll
it's
update it.
Brand new.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it'll be fixed, added, whatever. So okay. So now we see what it does. We just have these things. Now let me take a moment and say exactly why this exists. Why there are things you can do from the chat skills. It's because if you're streaming off of an Xbox, it's really difficult to set up a bot with interactive buttons. Right? I mean, honestly, like I'm speaking for the company of Mixer, even though I have no authority to do so. Yeah, it's just, think about it. Their main market is people streaming and watching on an Xbox, and if you're streaming and watching on an Xbox, you don't have the freedom to click these buttons, to make these buttons. All these buttons are being produced for me by a bot I run on my computer. And if I'm streaming it from my living room, from my Xbox, that's just not going to happen.
Right.
So, now everybody can spend... That's right, Mixer is owned by Microsoft. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Now, everybody can spend... yeah, you streamed for 9 months off Xbox and couldn't have interactives. Yeah, right? Right.
Yeah.
So now, you can spend Sparks in anyone's chat. And why is this important? Well, first of all, I've got like 300,000 Sparks because I just click them when I'm in other people's streams, but I'm streaming a lot. A lot of how I earn the Sparks is because I'm streaming, and so I don't spend them on my own buttons, right? I just have a stockpile. And most people I know have a stockpile of Sparks because, yeah, it's fun to go click the Overwatch theme in Tristan's stream like 6 times.
And my ears blow up.
Nice.
Because it's the flute version.
I click it and watch Tristan reel and go, I'll see you in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Awesome.
But
it's like clockwork at this point.
remember when Tristan forgot to add cooldowns?
No. I didn't forget to add cooldowns. Cooldowns took themselves off of my bot, and I was terrified.
That has happened to me before, yeah. We lost Swamp Shack.
Rip, okay.
Let me restart the streamer here real quick.
Cool.
Okay.
Sounds good.
As long as you're still in here.
Still with us.
I think I'm still in here.
I hear you, so
Yeah.
we're
Very
good.
good.
Okay, so
Oof, indeed.
if you go to a partnered streamer's channel, and look at the bottom of their stream next to their viewers, you will see a red crystal, a red, pink, orange, cool-looking crystal, and like a readout layer, layer next to it that has a number. The number is showing how many Sparks have been spent in that person's stream since
that week.
This morning, and it resets once a week. Okay, and if you click on the crystal, you can see it looks just like fundraising things. You can see these like these dotted lines pointing to different parts of the crystal.
Chica, if you look at the crystal, it says resets in 6 days.
Yeah, right over top of the crystal.
Yeah.
So you can see like the crystal starts lighting up, and it lights up with sparks. And when it reaches the number with the dotted line, I think the first increment is 300,000 sparks spent in a person's stream.
I believe so. It's something along those lines. I wasn't there for the first one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's around there.
Yeah.
When that is reached, and this is a combined total spent by everybody in that person's stream, then the streamer earns $20. And if they can get to 550,000, they earn another $20. And if they get to 750,000, they earn $25. And it goes up to the next bracket where they slowly can earn more and more, up to a maximum of 5 million sparks spent at their channel in 1 week.
Mind you, if I remember, Eska's around 1,250,000 right now, and she got $150 for that.
Yeah.
So that's around the conversion rate.
Now, I will say it gets higher the higher you go,
Yes,
but also
exponentially higher.
But the increments are also higher. So I was also looking at Eska's, and she's at 1 point something million, and I think she only has 2 rewards left to get.
Yes.
So she would have to get like 3.5 million more sparks spent just to get 2 more rewards. But those rewards are like $120 and $130 or something like that.
It's even higher than that. It's 300, I believe. Let me go check right now.
I thought total. I didn't think the last one was that high.
I will take a look right now.
All right, cool. So the idea is, obviously, the increments are lower starting off and then higher later. So, you know, people with smaller followings will still be able to get small rewards, and the people with like massive followings. I mean, if Eska's already at 1 point something million, she might make it to 5 million by the end of the week. I mean,
yeah. So the exact number she's at, the number she's at right now is she's past the threshold of 1.25 million. And her next threshold is 2.5 million. The next threshold after that is 5 million, and the monetary rewards for that goes 50, 125, and then $250.
Dang, man! I did not realize it was that high.
Yes.
Dread of Laughter, Survival Horror. I will, Coffin. I'll check it out. I'll check it out tonight.
Hey, Coffin.
Hey, Coffin.
And welcome.
So what we're getting at is all these sparks that have been essentially Monopoly money are now Monopoly money that if enough people spend in your chat become real money.
Yeah.
Hey! Except there is one big caveat to this. It's only if you're partnered. And what is perhaps more important and something I want to talk about is there is no incentive for non-partnered people. It's not. I will say, like, I don't at all expect Mixer to be handing out contracts for people to do paperwork to sign up to get money, to get paid from Mixer if you spend Sparks, but there is no incentive right now. And to that end, I mentioned this to Tristan earlier, but one of the topics of conversation I want to get to tonight, and I'll just use it as an example for now, but we can talk about it later, is I think I'm actually going to remove all Spark costs from all of my interactivity for now, because I have partnered friends. I have quite a few partnered friends, right? And if you come into my chat and you spend a few thousand Sparks hitting buttons on my interactivity because it's fun, those are a couple thousand Sparks you could have been spending getting my partnered friends closer to, earning a living on streaming.
Yeah.
Because right now, it feels like a waste to use in my chat.
Gotcha.
It feels like you're taking it from someone else now. And so this is really weird. This has had me really torn all day because my goal is to be partnered. And when I think about this from the mindset of, at some point this will be able to be a benefit to me, that's so cool. But as of right now, it does feel a little alienating.
Yeah.
And one more thing before I kind of like pass off the torch and have other people talk about this. I will say that I'm not sure if I should mention like where I got the information from, but I happen to know for a fact that a lot of partnered streamers have been complaining on behalf of their non-partnered friends.
Really?
Yes. So even so much as to say that there's apparently a stickied like comment, or maybe not stickied, maybe just a response comment that Mixer staff has been sending on their partner-only forum to people, saying we've heard your concerns and we're going to be working on doing something for non-partners.
Ooh.
So, because apparently a lot of partnered streamers saw, because you wake up, you check the news, oh my god, this is so cool, I got all my partner swag, I'm wearing my 2.0 shirt, I've got all this really cool stuff, I've got this crystal, and then you go to your buddy and you go, isn't this exciting? And he goes, for you.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So, apparently they have been, there's been a lot of camaraderie going on between the content creators, which I think is really cool. So, that's what season 2 is.
I think that the thing to mention about season 2, and the thing we're all like most excited about, at least for me, is the loyalty badges. I am so incredibly excited about that.
That's not out yet. Right?
That's not out yet, but that is something
so
that
Can you explain that to me? Because I'm hazy on that part.
Yes. from what I've understood, I'm actually going to pull up the page itself right now, the blog post, so I'll read it out directly because I don't want to be wrong about this because this is something I shouldn't be getting wrong. So essentially, from my understanding of it, the more you spend time in a person's channel, the higher your thing is.
Okay.
Your thing gets more colorful. The border around your name gets more colorful.
Oh, that's cool.
And so it's called progression, coming soon in 2019. On other platforms, there's really only two forms of status in a streamer's channel. Either you're a subscriber or you're not. We all know that this isn't a really complete picture of someone's loyalty. And, sorry, let me just do my turn real quick.
Yep.
Cool. Your status in the community should represent more than your financial contributions. Your Mixer progression system will reward your entire engagement with the streamer's community and on Mixer as a whole. Level up by participants in chat, using skills, earning applause from other users, stay tuned on details on how applause works, or simply coming back each day. To show your support, unlock new skills, and stand out in the crowd. And they have a little gif of where someone levels up to veteran status, which I'm assuming it would be like the middle tier.
Sure.
And what it does is that there's there's little, what are essentially just like arrows sticking out, and there's more, it gets more and more elaborate every time you level up. And I think that is a fantastic contribution. That's one of the things
sounds amazing.
I am the most excited about.
That sounds really great.
On the border around the avatar, thank you, yes.
I would like to add one more thing, though. So Sparks are awesome for donating now, and if you're a pro member of Mixer, you get double Sparks, and you get double experience. And
which
your
is
experience,
I am. Yeah.
Your experience determines what you can use in the skill list. So it's not surprising at all that this is the sort of thing that they would want to push, because it makes a lot of sense. They push this. You want to get double Sparks. You
Raisins, pro membership costs, I believe it's $6.99, and it's a monthly cost. Essentially, your name is purple in chat. You get double Sparks and a couple other benefits that I'm forgetting off the top of my head. If you're a streamer, you get a bit more bitrate options. That's the reason I'm doing it. And then ad-free viewing, which is not a thing.
It's only relevant on the Xbox. I think you get ads on the Xbox.
Do you get ads on the Xbox?
I've heard that you do. I'm not sure about that.
Is there a yearly option? There might be. I'm not quite sure. I've only done the monthly one.
Salty says nay.
Nay, okay. I'm super indecisive when it comes to my turns in this game. But yeah, there we go. Essentially, yeah, Embers is also something that's coming soon. That's essentially if you want more Sparks, you can pay for Sparks.
Right. It's like higher tier. I think they're worth more.
They are.
Which is super cool. I mean, really, the whole thing is neat. It's just a question of how much it feels like exclusionary.
I think you brought up a good point in something that I am very curious about on how this is just going to work out in general, about the inequality of Sparks and how much a Spark is now worth has changed itself. Hey, Diego, how we doing? Something that I'm very curious about is I'm still deciding whether or not I want to push my board prices down in order to kind of like deal with this, because yeah, exactly. I feel personally bad that I would be taking Sparks away from other people.
Right.
I think if I'm going through the pros and cons, in general, this is a very good update. For the simple fact that Mixer is a growing company, and for people to not understand that is kind of naive. Hey, Shame None, thanks for the host, we appreciate it.
Hey, Shame None.
And essentially, when you're dealing with something like that, you want as much eyes on the site as possible. There is no denying that the fact that a certain other company releasing the fact that they now do co-streams might have shaken things up a bit.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, it's important to know, hey, we need to double down on what makes us special.
Right.
And is this a shade raid? Hold on. Hello. Sorry, I'm like trying to like think out things in my head at the same time. It's all going crazy. But so it's essentially what makes you unique, and what makes Mixer unique specifically, at least in my eyes, is the interactivity. And they're leaning into that kind of company understanding of what they do to make them special. Shadow, thanks for following, everyone.
So
we appreciate it.
Follow,
Unfortunately, Swamp back yet? Swamp's not back yet, but Swamp will thank you once he gets back. He's having some technical difficulties on his side of things. But essentially, from a pure audience standpoint, this is great, because now not only do you get to do more cool stuff in chat, you get to be an active participant in the people that you like. And that's awesome.
Yeah.
Diego, thanks so much for the follow.
The thing that's been a little tone deaf between the people that I've talked to personally today and the others is, why should I specifically care about that? Because this isn't something that affects me. And in a way, in certain ways you can even say that this almost negatively affects it, because now I have to be like, oh, I don't want to be taking things away from my friends. Right. And kind of viewing it in that sense. And
it does make things a little more complicated for us.
Yes.
Because as it used to be, you do whatever you want. People will either spend the Monopoly money or not, but now if they spend it, it makes me wonder.
Yeah.
Right.
It is still very good for the non-site for growing in general. I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
Why is there a Gigantosaurus on my board? Go away. I have a way to make it go away. I'm very happy. I hate green. Can I just say that in general?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
So the sparks you get for watching streamers can be used for skills. If they are used for those skills in a streamer's channel that is partnered, has to be a partner streamer, then that partner streamer can build up towards having... towards gaining a bonus on their payout.
Yeah.
All right, Coffin, take it easy, man.
Thanks for coming by, Coffin. We appreciate it. Yeah. So, and you can also still use skills here, as you saw. Convictor was throwing up pizza earlier. It's D-Pain. Thanks for man. Thank you for going gold. And I'm trying to remember where I'm going with this.
Hey,
I got
so much for the follow.
I got lost in the sauce for a second there, trying to think of what I was talking about. Are we getting some food? Nice. Tell us what food, 'cause I'm always curious about that.
So, raisins. There are some various partner restrictions, including how often you stream per week and things like that. But in short, before you, it is so strongly recommended as to might as well be a requirement that you should have 2,000 followers.
It is a requirement.
Well, I'm not 100% sure on that, but like, yeah. Like, don't apply without having 2,000 followers. Yeah. I won't say you won't get accepted, but consider it a requirement, because I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so 2,000 followers, and you should have. They used to have numbers for how many viewers, right? You're supposed to have. But now, essentially what they say is they're going to review your channel and look and see how well you're doing in the genre that you're playing, right? So right now we're playing card games with 15 viewers. That's not bad.
That is
yeah.
on the good end, considering the card games is like, who does that? We do that. This is only us.
I mean, really, think about that.
And if you want to see more card games, come in every Thursday. This is where we are.
If we were playing Fortnite, then we probably wouldn't be considered as having good numbers right now.
Yeah.
Right? This isn't a card game. It's a podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, you shut up, you.
I mean, we've kind of made it both.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah. No problem. It's good. It's fine.
Yeah. It's good. It's $1,000. Wonderful. But, you were saying? Sorry? I think I kind of derailed it a little bit. But no, other partner restrictions, the 200, it's no longer a partner requirement, but it's still heavily recommended that you meet a certain viewer threshold depending on what you are streaming. There is a certain amount of hours you have to be on Mixer for, as well as a certain amount of hours you have to stream that month. Another thing that they heavily request is both professionalism and a consistent schedule. That last part is the thing that kills me, considering the fact that school says, hey, you wanted to stream this week. That's funny. How about midterms happen instead?
Yeah.
So.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome
I
back.
think everything's good. I had to do a whole
Welcome.
restart.
Oh wow.
It's Capone. Hey, thank you for the follow. Good to see you tonight. Without even seeing my beautiful face. My face.
Yeah.
on radio.
He can you double follow now? There's even more of a reason.
There you go.
New in season 2, double follows.
Yeah, there we go.
So Salty brings up a good point that I missed. I scrolled back up to see it. Most people watching streams on Mixer are kids watching on Xbox.
Yeah.
And those are people in an audience, in an area, and in their life that won't subscribe right now.
Yeah.
Right? So Mixer is hemorrhaging partners who are leaving to go to a platform where they can be more lucrative in their endeavors. And so it would, make sense, given that as fact, it'd make a lot of sense to make the system where people who watch Fortnite after school have sparks to drop on a person. Right? So, I mean, that makes sense.
It rewards loyalty, which is the part that I think is the most important thing to say.
Oh, great! That's the part. It's like it's really bittersweet. Is the perfect way to put it, because I'm excited about this.
Grayson, thanks for the follow, man. Thank you for going gold.
It just doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
But in another way, it also encourages more of this farming, right? I mean, I don't know if
There
that's
you
been
go.
brought up in my absence, but
It has
what do you
not,
mean?
But you're,
okay, yeah. I mean, look here, hey, straight up, when I was pro, and you could earn double sparks, I would go into. Here we go. Flat out truth. I go into the Japanese earthquake monitoring broadcast, whatever the hell it's called.
I love that thing. It's
We
great.
all know what it is. We all know what it is.
Because everyone's
Roadster.
everyone's walked into that and said, "What is
Yeah.
this?" And then
What is
someone
this?
immediately answers you. It's amazing because there's
Yep.
active people watching it. I'm so confused by that, but I love it.
well,
Yeah.
Or Monster Cat. Yeah, Salty says Monster Cat. It's 24/7.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Those are the two. And so, those are farming sites that I use to gain levels, right? Because you earn more with pro. So it makes sense. But, I think we're going to get a big spark dump here. And then I think things are going to become very interesting. I mean, look at how many sparks people are earning currently by just doing the Forza Horizon thing.
It's
Yeah.
amazing that you
Yeah.
bring that up because that's the first. I showed my roommate
Yeah.
all information.
Yeah.
That's the very first thing. He's like, "Well, would you be able, since you're pro, could you then go and then sell your pro membership like sparks off to people and just leave your computer on?" And I took there for a second. I'm like, I mean, I guess I could. Yeah, no, you're right. I absolutely could do that. Ethically, should I?
God.
Probably not, but it's a thing that you can do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, more or less, at this point, it's like I'm just wasteful if I don't go sit in Monster Cat's channel when I walk away from my. Like, I just leave it open on a tab.
No, it is
Anytime
true that it
I'm
ruins it for
computer.
everyone, but people will think about that.
Oh
It's-
yeah.
It'd be.
Yeah.
Like everyone's gonna view something as, oh, how can I monetize myself off of that? And that's just if my roommate, the guy who barely knows anything about Mixer, the guy who started my stream yesterday before I was ready and go, hold on, what am I doing again? He did a fantastic job. I just want to say that out loud real quick. I was very impressed. It was like the first thing he thinks of is that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is
Well,
a little bit of an issue in my mind.
I mean,
And
if
I'm
there's
not
a
saying it's
system,
a
it
good
will be
idea.
gamed. Simple as that.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it's a good idea to go sit in Monster Cat's chat. I'm not saying it's a good idea to sell your sparks. I'm not saying any of that stuff. But what I am saying is, without making multiple accounts, without oversaturating a bunch of accounts to farm, without anything, if I'm sitting at my computer and I'm thinking, hey, I want to listen to some music, I might just turn on Monster Cat.
There you go.
I'm sorry, raisins.
That's an incentive. There you go.
Thank
So
you
yeah,
for the follow.
it certainly is an incentive, and that's not a bad thing, but it is a weird thing to think about. I would love to know how much viewership increases on 24/7 streams.
That is true. Mixer gets more attention, and that is the
Yeah.
bottom line best part of it.
Yeah.
In general, this will mean more watch time, which is great.
I guess, but you know, look, there's a reason why all the Forza Horizon 4 influence farmers are with the #1 streamer with like 4K views. It's because it's 24/7 guaranteed. There's other people.
Hey, Volosana.
But no, it's the same thing, right? Because you guarantee sparks.
Volosana, you stop that right now.
Yeah. don't you dare.
So it's all about 24/7, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, spark mining, of course. That's going to be the hot new
It's
topic.
the new crypto. Oh my god. We done it, boys. It's not D-Live anymore. Did you hear about that? Did I tell you guys about that ridiculousness that I saw?
No.
D-Live, it's a new streaming service that is just like, it's about blockchain essentially.
Okay.
And I don't think I've seen a more blatant like, oh, this might be a Ponzi scheme in a long time. When you're watching people, you accrue a certain amount of their site specific Bitcoin, and then you can cash it out within their own system. And every single part of my economics brain that I've learned over the last 2 years just goes, whoa, this is super not regulated, and this is really not okay. Oh gosh.
What? Oh gosh.
Just like in general, the idea of allowing a company to self-monetize and determine how much a currency is worth. There's a lot of ethical rules behind that. I'm like, it's like honey isn't. Yeah, but honey just steals your data. This is different. I can't confirm nor deny if honey steals your data, but I have a hunch. There's no other way. There's no other reason to like. Okay, so have you guys know about Honey, right? God, I sound like a YouTuber. Honey is a browser extension that essentially the point of it is that when you go and you finish up, say, going and shopping at Amazon, you click on the Honey extension and then it allows you to then go through, it combs through your items and see if there's any discounts that you can pick. Oh, I realized I don't have enough for this. Oops. Whatever. So essentially, the whole point the whole point is that it combs through your data and it searches, hey, you can get a X, Y, and Z with this. Now, as a company, yeah, it cheat codes, discounts, and promo codes. As a company, what kind of incentive would you get out of doing that?
Data?
The only answer is data.
It's the only answer, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the only thing that says is, what do you do with that data? You then sell it. And that's why I'm like, ooh, I'm not a fan of this. Or they get a commission. I highly doubt it's that moral. just a hunch.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think people are jerks.
Hey, have I ever told you guys about my sponsorship with Better Health?
No.
That was for those who don't know, there was a whole thing going on YouTube right now about how Better Health is essentially like using YouTubers as moral clickbait. You're paying for something. If you're not paying for something, you're the product, correct?
Yeah.
First thing my marketing teacher told us this year. Old Bostonian man who's just like, if they buy it, they buy it. I'm gonna take you out of company. He's very old. I'm a big fan of his. Gosh.
So, speaking of marketing yourself and, monetization and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So Fanatical has these really cool bundles right now.
Ooh, tell me more.
Well, you can see them really easily if you scroll down into my bio and click on the button that says I'm a Fanatical partner.
Ooh.
Nice.
Let me do that real quick.
That's awesome.
Actually, though, I did want to bring this up. I'd bring this up whether I was a partner or not. The Fanatical has two bundles right now. They're called like the Jumbo Bundle and the Huge Bundle or something.
Oh,
Each
yeah.
one is like 25 or 50 games for $2.50. 50 games for $2.50. So if you spend $5, you can get 100 games on Steam. The quality of this game is questionable.
Yeah, I looked at those bundles. They are not the worst games in existence.
Right.
They're not the best games in existence by far. There's a lot of mediocre titles. I'm gonna be honest about that. However, there is an interesting point that somebody else made on in like Steam comments that I was reading today about that. It is that most, if not all, of these games provide trading cards. And if you're part of the Steam trading card thing, it's something like 200 cards about 200 cards is what you'll get out of it. So for $5, you'll get, if you got both bundles, you'd get about 200 trading cards. Or Steam trading cards, which if you sell them at minimum 3 cents, which is like the really kind of low ones, you could make out slightly ahead in Steam Wallet. But yeah,
that's true. Now you would have to spend time because you don't get the cards without playing them.
No, you have to. Yeah, you have to download and then run those games for an hour and a half a game.
But yeah, it doesn't take that long. So
it's a thing.
It's a thing.
But yeah, and that's another thing too. If you're the type of person that likes, like achievement games and stuff like that, because I know I do, right? I'm a fan of that. If you're the person that likes that, getting those cards and the Steam cards and everything can get you closer to getting more badges and levels and stuff too, if you've got the time to play the games.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I think it's cool. And I actually have a couple of bundles that I've purchased like that because they're awesome. I really like that stuff. I should probably play this right now.
Nah, don't.
Yay. Get deaded. I got him.
I don't know what my enemy's trying to do.
Win.
Escaplays with the host. Hello.
Hey, Escaplays.
Very nice. Very nice.
But yeah, I'd look into it, especially if you're trying to build up your Steam library. Also, if you enjoy dumb little flash games and things like that, it's super fun.
What are you looking through?
Is Hearthstone included? Is that a dumb little flash game?
You don't need to come here saying mean things. That was not necessary. Saying things that are true.
Shots. Oh yeah, shots definitely fired.
Also, Salty, what are you shifting through? That's 800 sound files. I need information here. Oh no.
The Horseman jump ship to the NWO, it seems like.
So I made the mistake.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Hey.
I made the. I don't know if I want to call it a mistake, but I asked Salty for advice.
I haven't taken a look at it at all yet, though. But yeah.
I asked Salty for some advice on how to get certain audio files that I wanted to use, and instead of giving me advice, he's decided to go full ham.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted a vaguely well-cut, okay sound file of something? Well, I guess I'm going to spend 4 days digging through the raw audio files."
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Is it what PlayStation game are we talking?
Legend of Dragoon.
Of course.
Awesome.
I wanted to make a button to commemorate the first.
Chico with the sparks.
Boom,
boom.
Guys, I need a clarification. Would you guys consider this card a bomb card? Tiana Ship's Caretaker. 3/3 for white, red, and 3. Legendary for flying first strike creature. Whenever an aura or equipment you control is put into graveyard from battlefield, you may return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step.
Nice drawing.
Tiana can be pretty
Wiggles
decent.
help. Tiana. It says Tiana can be pretty decent. I just asked for help anytime.
Nice. A lot of enchantments for equipment.
know
That's a little early to tell.
Boo, pew.
That we're talking draft.
Got explosions. Explosions for cards.
You wouldn't want to build
What
around it.
sucks
I'll
is
go
when you
for-
get to
I'll go
the final picks of a pack, and
Yeah,
there
we're talking
ain't
draft.
shit.
Yeah, it's just stuff that doesn't fit in your deck
Yeah.
whatsoever.
this man.
I don't think I can use either one of these. He's going wide, but he only has 1 cost minions, so I'm doing a concern.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's doing.
Definitely going white-red. There's the...
Ooh,
yeah, I
I'm
mean,
able to
it's
get back
got
after this,
flying
actually.
and first strike. Right? And then, like, my other option is maybe to go, like, Gideon's Reproach to get, you know, for removal.
If
Not
this
bad.
game ever decides to end, I'll do a draft.
I mean, I could switch up at the last minute. There's Sylvan Awakening available. Turns the
Okay,
lands
wait,
into...
hold on. Oh, I don't remember which
into
robot that smells. I only know
elementals
Borkbot
for
because
a turn.
Borkbot's my favorite.
I don't remember which
You
robot.
don't like Awakening?
Borkbot is absolutely my favorite. It's the gold one.
So stick red and
Oh,
white
cool.
then, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Tiana?
I'm picking every mythic, right? Like no matter what, right? Like, I don't care if it's deck or not. I'm picking a mythic.
You know,
Oh,
that's
face
kind of how I
face.
felt too.
Let's do it.
You know the
Right.
answer. You know the
Boros,
place.
go face.
Like fuck it. I mean,
There we go.
I ain't here for a long time. I'm here,
here
for,
for
a
a good
good time.
Amazing.
It's 2-2.
Gosh. I know that all the mixer bots have a name. Oh god, I only know Borkbot. I'm bad.
Scottybot?
Fake streamer. No,
Scottybot.
no. Like there's the different colored mixer bots because there's the gold one that's the dog. There's the purple one which is the cat.
But
Thick bot.
Thick bot.
Hold on, I don't need to look up the names. They're here.
Thought bot,
Okay,
THOT.
so there's Borkbot, there's Borkbot, Catbot, Devbot, Hugbot, and Hypebot, and Radbot, and Sparkbot. There we go. That's actually far more than I expected.
dude, you see this card, Salty?
What you got?
It's Bounty of
Show
Might.
me what you got.
6 converted cost. Target creature gets +3/+3 till end of turn. Target creature gets +3/+3 till end of turn. Target creature gets +3/+3 till end of turn.
Oh no! Oh no, it hurts.
That's a lot of +3/+3s, man.
Victor, yes. Rule 34 bot, you have won. Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Yes, yes,
Please no.
yes. The almighty.
I'm 12. What? No.
All right. Hey, did you guys need my cheat sheet, Tristan, before you draft here?
I haven't. I'm still in the middle of this game, so I'm gonna need that in a bit.
Shit. Yeah,
got
I
some
don't know
time.
if I have it. I don't know if I have it in this room. I think I took it.
It's
to
all
the-
good. I have like a decent idea of what to do.
Well, I'm drafting. I don't. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. Tristan's game is gonna smoothly as World War One. Oh my god!
Nice. Victor, very nice.
Never have I been so accurately, historically, insulted. I'm impressed.
Man. Wiggles is learning his horseman history.
He is. I'm proud. I'm proud, Dad. Hold on. I got the mug and everything. I need to fill this at the end of this game, so I'm gonna die of dehydration, essentially.
Damn it. Alright, I'll draft. I'm so scared to draft.
It is really terrifying. So, for those of you who's this is your first time looking at Magic the Gathering with us, anytime you draft, it actually keeps those cards into your inventory. So it's really important to pick good cards and
I have it.
Woo!
never mind. Just never mind.
All right. Sorry about that. I kind of interrupted there.
Nah, it doesn't matter. It wasn't
We're
important.
good.
Oh, so dead. This
I
guy just
have
didn't
one
know
of
what.
this guy.
I don't need him.
Oh,
This guy
I think
didn't-
I might build a black deck.
This guy just accidentally threw himself into the Shadow Realm. I don't think he realized. Get ready to get deaded.
Your opponent is playing the dehydration deck.
It's working for me better though.
Someone get Tristan a soup IV.
Me,
Oh.
I wish. Be so cool.
Do any of y'all besides Salty and EOG live in the DFW area of Texas?
I am nowhere near Texas. It's
Yeah.
cold where I am.
Yeah, same here. Cold.
It's cold here too. It was like 65 today.
I wanna find where you live and then come there and then sweat and then strangle you. I'm upset by that. Even the phrasing alone of that.
Cold and 65.
Oh god.
I do not. I was thinking about driving to WrestleMania. Was it 33, 32? Which one was
wow.
held in Texas? It was like only a couple ago.
We'll just call 33.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll believe you.
31, 32. Something like that.
I
Yeah.
think I might scoop up this Eldest Reborn saga.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Sagas are cool. I don't have any cards yet.
I like the Eldest Reborn. I'm thinking about picking up this
WrestleMania
one.
33 Wrestle Harder.
Hey!
Amazing.
Because I have the other option is this rare Evra the Witness. It's a white mana, 6 cost, lifelink. And then its power is 4 mana, exchange your life
Legend of
total with
Grayskull.
Evra. So why would you ever exchange your life total with her power unless you've buffed her up to
okay.
some ungodly number?
That carried me to like 5 wins.
Dang.
Really?
So she's lifelink. So if you have 20 health and you exchange it for her power, then she gets to 20 power, and then when she hits someone for 20, you heal all of that 20.
Oh, you
So-
literally exchange.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I ended up losing a game because I swapped with her, and then my opponent put her back in my hand. And
Yeah,
all that life went to hell.
It do happen like that sometimes.
But if they've
So-
tapped all their lands, you're totally safe.
So lifelink is lifelink is lifesteal.
It's life,
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's how you're able to get value. Okay.
and so even if you just use it on a basic creature, like they block her with a 7/7, you can still swap your health, and she'll still gain you back your health. So yeah,
Sure.
if they have no mana up, it's an easy swap every time. Yes, Salty had to talk me into taking her last week.
Yeah, I remember that.
Not regret.
Well, because it looks weird, and then you just
Right.
kind of like, oh,
I don't
yeah,
know about
okay.
this.
So Evra's awesome, huh?
She worked for me,
You wanna-
man. I won a couple of games just because of her.
Yeah.
But you
Milestone.
gotta have the creatures if you play her because you need someone to block if you've only got 4 health.
Well, so what worked especially well for me with her was I had a saga where on turn 3 my highest power creature got flying. So I had some 2/2s around to block, and then when she was out there on turn 3, she got flying, and then I would just
Okay.
What's going on, Salty?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Come on, Salty,
9,
give us a
10.
minute. We're streaming.
Are we all good? We all here?
We're here. We're here. We're here.
Yeah,
We
we
joined
lost
the
them?
NWO, but we should be here.
All is well.
Haven't
we got a
seen
refresh,
this.
maybe? Oh.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that.
Oh,
Right.
I was a part of this.
Oh yeah. Oh,
So
I
do
was
you have-
there.
Do you have any uncomfortable
amazing.
itches anywhere? Or
Yeah, he's
Get the
itching to get
ointment
back into
afterwards?
the maid
oh
costume.
my god! I don't believe I set you up for that. I can't
That
believe
is
it.
so good.
Salty doesn't do easy mode. You
Yeah.
right?
Salty, did anyone come by your place for trick or treating? And
Yeah.
did you
Get
answer
scared.
the door?
How many times did people ask if Salty was single?
Oh my god.
Ah! Oh man. Dude, you know what? I started drafting this as white black. I'm starting to think this is a white blue, dude.
That happens.
There's a lot of
How far
dope
in are you?
cards. I'm only midway, just beginning of pack 2.
So you have enough time.
Victor.
You
Wow.
have enough time, right? To switch.
I think so.
So if Olasana says, guys, I want to tell y'all something that happened today that made me mad. However, it's a teensy bit political, but only because of what happened involved campaign materials. Do you mind?
Go
Actually,
for it.
I don't know where you live, but sure.
I'm gonna say go for it. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
go for it. I mean, yeah,
Oh, shit, why did you?
you're fine. It's okay. You're a mod, so if it's bad, you can mod yourself.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Salty will do it. Salty will put on his mod uniform, which now you're all aware of.
There's a mod uniform.
Mod made, you know.
I think the ellipses is what I really like about that.
So I'm a little torn. I'm thinking I might want to go with like a wizard-based deck because I know there are so many interesting wizard-based cards in here. But I could also just try to focus on like a single or two or double color, you know?
Yeah. I always like focusing, depending on what I get in my first, like, not deck, but my first pack, is like the first 3 cards in my pack is what I determine it all on. Also, my game finally ended because I got luck of the draw.
Hey!
Today I went to dinner and yard sign was fine.
When I came back, some asshole stole my sign. Not the
Yeah.
whole thing, mind you. It's not like somebody wanted it in their own yard. They stole it.
Oh, of course.
No, they wanted to hang it up in their room. They must really support the same candidate.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be gentle here too, but things have been pretty fierce in the senatorial races in Texas, and one particular side of the race has been very smeary.
Okay.
And I happen to know that just a few days ago, or within the last couple of days, there was a particularly negative and accusatory type of ad that went out. So I don't know if this is related, but if it's the candidate that I'm thinking, then yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some extra feist going on right now.
Ooh.
I didn't know there's that much.
It's been ridiculously fierce. I don't really get it because to me it seems really obvious, but isn't that how politics always works?
The reason why it's I'm not going to go too much into this. Depending on how these midterms elections go, it could shape how politics is dealt within the next like 3 years, at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. There's room for that. You know,
So-
that's really what it comes down to. You know,
It's just like statistics, essentially.
Yeah, you know, I would say it's funny too. I don't have a stance of I support blank on my channel. I've not really affiliated with anything where I just blindly support at all.
Yeah.
However, I have been particularly feisty on my channel a long time ago and directly opposed a person
Oh, really?
politically. Yes, I announced that I would vote for a stalk of celery over this candidate.
Oh my god.
Dude, it pissed me right the hell off, okay? This, a person who represents me, politically, who is in power and represents me, referred to anyone who shared my opinion on a political topic as special snowflakes. Special uninformed snowflakes.
Oh boy.
Yep, there you go.
And I was like, hang on. Aren't you supposed to represent me? Like, that's your only job?
Green blue, what does it do usually? Big creatures, merfolk?
Merfolk would be a
Yeah.
mostly.
Is Teova, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life and draw a card. Do we feel
No.
like this is decent?
So I have that in my list too, and I was actually thinking
It's
about.
not bad
I
as a
was
late
thinking
game
about
card.
maybe taking it. It's nice. Yeah.
You should
Because
draw your cycle, basically.
exactly.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
like,
it's just-
"You're
what up,
top
what
deck
up?"
land. You're great. Yeah.
It's just, if I'm picking that, then that's what my deck type is going to be. It's going to be blue-green.
Oh shit! It's Ender Gamer,
Oh, hello.
dude. Ender's Game was awesome.
Yeah.
I read a lot of the series, and it just didn't hold up to the first book. So you know.
There's more than just the first book?
Yeah, dude. There's not only does it go into an entire series of books, but there's a second telling of the first story called Ender's Shadow. That's from a different character's perspective, and that has its own series of books.
Oh my god. That's amazing. Oh, I see the life total changer one.
Oh, jeez. You know what, Victor? We were trying really hard to turn around alienating chat.
We touch lightly on things. We don't
We're
really
like,
say too much.
You can make your own assumptions. And Victor's like, hi.
Uh-huh.
Hello, it me.
Awesome.
Oh, well, hold on.
We know Wiggles likes steak. What the fuck?
Oh dear.
I would like. Oh god. Well then, I'm trying to decide what cards I want. Synopticate or Landwar Scout. I'm thinking. Synopticate just seems like a counter spell, but Landwar Scout sounds like ramp. And I probably want ramp. I also could do flying whenever you cast a spell, scry 1.
Oh, this is just not looking great for me right now.
Okay, when it says, all right,
Mixer,
when this
Twitch, or
card
stay on
enters
YouTube.
the
The party's on
battlefield-
Mixer, man. Tonight the party's on Mixer.
it's
Hey,
2.0. That's right.
That's right. And if you're
Okay,
gonna
when
pick,
this card enters the battlefield, you may exile target historic permanent you control. You may. Does you may mean you can or you cannot?
you can choose not to.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh
May
okay.
may always means you have a choice.
Ah, indeed. Okay.
Hmm.
I didn't know how literal we're getting some of these cards. You know how that goes.
Do I want a counterspell or do you think that I'll get it later? I think I'll get it later. I want creatures. It's too early for right now to be getting.
Oh shit, Ofa Teferi. Yeah, what's up, brother? Yeah. Definitely.
One more folk.
Go for the Yargle.
No, I'm not going for Yargle. That guy's mean. I don't like him. No one can avoid my anime sleeves. Good to know. Gosh. Anyway, we wanted to talk about Fallout 4 at some point.
hey.
What's that? Oh,
It's
76?
76, excuse me, not 4.
Yeah. How silly of you. They've jumped ahead very far.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's your fault for not knowing.
So, I'm just going to give like a short description of my play with it so far. So far, I have played 2 sessions of the beta. I have played the first portion of the beta, which was 2 days ago. I played the second portion, which was this morning. I streamed it. I was one of the few people that their PC saves did not get deleted, as that was a thing that happened to a lot of people.
Great.
So that was a bit of an issue. When I actually got in like 10 minutes early, and so I just kind of made Fabio as quickly as possible, went out into the world. So I'm gonna explain it in how exactly it went down for me. I'm on stream. I'm like, perfect. So this is the beta. We're gonna be starting it up. Yeah. Just talk. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready to make Fabio. And some dude goes, "You're making who?" And I go, I go, "You can hear me?" And he's like, "Yeah, you can hear me?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then some third dude goes, "Yeah, no, I think we can all hear each other." While we're sitting in the character creation screen.
Wow.
What? That's not really okay.
And so I'm here.
Bethesda yet another Bethesda product.
I am going.
Oh, shit.
How am I going to be talking to chat and not sound like the biggest asshole in the world while talking to these people? Because
Shit,
normally
man.
I'll shit talk and like just like talk to chat and everything, but like I can't do that. I can't do that when there's 3 dudes here also all making their characters at the same time, because
Dude.
that just seems super tone deaf.
Dude.
Like I don't want to seem like that guy. So essentially, I create Fabio as quickly as possible, saying nothing at all, and then I just walk out of the area. As I'm walking, essentially what happened is every single area that you have to go to, since it's the still starting section, everyone else has to go there as well.
Hmm.
So if you still have the voice on, you hear them no matter what's happening. So there's just one dude chomping on chips, and then there's another dude complaining that he doesn't want to hear about the guy chomping on chips, and it's just like this weird hodgepodge of like a social experiment of a bunch of people who don't want to be talking to each other, forced to talk to each other. I then dig around the menus until you finally find this thing that just says stop hearing the voices around you, and it goes quiet. The entire game is like has this hush to it. And so I play the rest of the game like that. And that's really where, after you get over the whole hump of, oh, this game is weird because you have to talk to people, the real issues arise of it's as Salty correctly called it, Bethesda.
Nice.
Wonderful.
There is a certain soullessness to the game that I don't know how to describe in perfect detail. It is also like Rust. I find it's fun because at least I've always wanted that kind of single player experience. But it seems as though visualize this with me. Bethesda as a company is just like it's the suit with the Bethesda logo as the face, and they're walking down a road, and the road goes in two separate directions. There's one that's a single player experience where it's rich and defined and what you're used to, or you can go into that attractive field where there's all the multiplayer stuff and something where you can make it massive and multiplayer and online. And Bethesda sits down in the middle and refuses to move. It is neither a fully fleshed out single player game, nor is it any much of a compelling multiplayer experience. Mind you, a lot of the stuff might get changed from the beta, as it is a beta that has a couple bugs in it, surprisingly less bugs than a normal Fallout game. This is my least bugged Fallout game that I've played to date.
There's one very interesting bug right now, though.
Which is?
The quote-unquote speed hack bug.
I'm not aware of this. Go on.
Oh, lovely. Well, first, before I get into that, real quick, guys, do I take this Mythic Daragaz, or do I take an actual removal spell?
Do you have any removal?
I got a little bit, but I'd really like removal, but it's like it's a Mythic. Do I take the Mythic and just say whatever, or do I?
You probably take the Mythic.
Anyway, we'll let you guys decide that, discuss that. In the meantime, this hack, right? This hack. So
yeah.
All right. So yeah, there's an so you remember? Do you guys know how a lot of the Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, some of the Skyrims, or some of the Elder Scrolls, the game speed is tied to your refresh rate? Did you guys know that? You guys know that, right? They did that in Fallout 76 in a multiplayer game with PvP possibilities.
Oh.
If you go in and edit an INI file, a simple text file, you can increase the refresh rate, which then increases your speed. If you look down, you'll have less things in your visual that will load. So if you need to hurry somewhere, you just look at the ground and run forward. And you essentially speed hack. Your bullets will also go faster. Right now, the game is essentially pay to win, because if you've got a better computer setup that allows you to have a better FPS, a better refresh rate, you can shoot faster, run faster. Yeah. Good job.
That is just fascinating.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out how they're fixing that.
That is pretty funny.
It's funny.
And they said already that it will not be fixed until the release.
Oh, okay. Yikes.
I mean, at this point, you don't have to fix something like that until you're ready to do it.
Sure.
To be perfectly honest, that doesn't bother me at all. But it certainly seems bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. Yeah.
It's not good.
No.
It sounds bad, but again, if it's like,
horrible is what it is.
It's really bad, but again, this isn't beta, right?
This isn't beta. This is very much a Bethesda beta.
So I remember getting into, it used to be when you'd get into a beta of a game, you'd be like, "Hey, I found out that if you swim underwater, your character gets deleted," and people were like, "Yeah, okay, we'll put that on the list." You know, it's just a different culture now. But in my mind, when it's like, yeah, people can under very, you know, it's not hard, but it is. You have to know what you're doing. Circumstances. You can get your character to run faster and shoot faster. It's like, yeah, they'll fix it as long as they fix it before it's released. It doesn't bother me all that much.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge. Yeah, when they don't fix that in a multiplayer game, even if it wasn't PvP, people will be taking your resources right in front of you. People will tag things faster than you. Like, it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
So, Dragon that I probably won't play because it's not in the colors that I'm playing, or take the removal spell.
I'd take the Mythic, to be honest. Just put it in your sideboard.
I mean, it's a really good dragon.
It's a dragon.
Yes, I do not have the colors. I have drafted red, white. I'm in pack 3. I've got a tiny bit of black. I could use this removal spell, and it'll probably be gone by the time it comes back around. Or I take the Mythic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
It's a big I don't know there.
Well, I'd be playing this Mythic. That's another question. I mean, do I build it?
I'd be playing Yargle.
You'll be playing Yargle.
I don't have a deck ready with this. For this. It's not like it's... But, I mean, it's good enough that you build a deck. Right? It's like a 7/7 that doesn't die.
Yeah.
If it would die, instead exile it with 3 egg counters at the beginning of your upkeep. If it is exiled with an egg counter, remove an egg counter. Then if it has no egg counters, return to the battlefield. Oh, so it comes back every 3 turns. Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm straight up picking up a legendary creature that I want. That does not fit in my deck at all. So I can have them.
Yeah, I'm taking the dragon. Screw it.
Probably smart.
Just dropping it right in my sideboard.
Yep.
Dude, I want it. I'm definitely going to be making a red-blue, probably a red-blue artifact deck. I think that's what I'm going to aim for.
That's probably smart.
It sounds good. It looks like I can even make it based on wizards. There's a planeswalker that has some artifact type abilities, so artifact styled abilities rather. So
yeah. Do I want do I want a candle that requires me 6 mana to like kill a creature, like -5/5, or do I want Pierce the Skies, which deals 7 damage but only to a target creature with flying? Both of them aren't great, but I'm thinking the candle because I can wait on the candle. Like, I don't have a way to deal with flying, but
what are our options here?
It's either kill a creature with flying or kill a creature that is less than 5/5.
Yeah, I think the spell is better. It's in the colors. It's already in a color that you're playing. It's cheaper. Yeah. The odds of the annoying creature being flying is pretty high because people are going to draft that.
Okay.
And the other one can kill anything, but yeah, they could remove it.
That's true. Oh, I found Divest again. Oh, I want it. I know I can't have it though.
Is so good.
I've got one in my deck right now.
Every deck I turn up always turns into black. For some reason, I don't get it.
Because it's cheap, probably.
So powerful.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That too.
It feels like it's easy. Like, you know, you can set up a cool play with red, or you can prevent your opponent from doing stuff with blue, or I can just take these cards that are black and they have you know, menace and death touch and destroy target all the things.
Destroy all the things. Yeah, that's about right.
Just like obliteration total. Untap, win the game, yeah. Oh god, imagine if that was a thing. But like you have like some really hard way to tap it. Like as an Exodia, essentially.
Dude.
I like Exodia cards.
Grun, the Lonely King. Legendary creature, Ape Warrior. It costs 6 converted, green, and it's got a kicker of 3. It's a 5/5. If it was kicked, it has 5+1/+1 counters on it. So it'll be a 10/10, and whenever Grun attacks alone, double its power and toughness until end of turn.
Lovely.
Wow. Oh.
Oh, hello.
Now that's an amazing card. If it had trample, it'd be like untouchably good.
Yeah. But you can always make it get trample.
That's what I was thinking.
Do I want Opt, which lets me scry and draw a card, or do I want a card that's a 3/2? It's creature. I should get the creature. I can always get Opt later.
I don't know how they ended up giving me both 2 Bairds and 2 Tianas. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's nice. Green blue is an interesting combination.
Yeah,
I tried making
pretty neat.
I tried making a merfolk deck and it didn't really work. But it's alright. Oh, never mind. I found an 8/8 blue. It's for 8 though.
Hooray.
Oh shit. That's actually really nice.
Tried making a Merfolk deck, ended up making anti-flying.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But I'm taking this though. An 8/8 I will be taking.
What?
Huh.
Okay. Should just put all the cards into the sideboard, because when I go to build the deck, I always like to just start from scratch.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I should be doing that.
Return target permanent card from the graveyard to your hand. I don't need too many of those, right? I have one.
Nah, you probably don't need too many of those.
Yeah.
Kick in the head, yes. Indeed.
Huh. I just feel as though I'm gonna like make this deck feel semi-confident about it and then just get rocked.
That is a possibility.
That's usually how it works, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like essentially what I'm doing now is I'm picking ramp with big scary creatures at the end. Like I have 3 big scary creatures. 4 now. Every card game, yeah.
All right. Good. I'm at 49 out of 40 cards. We're good.
many spells is the normal like max in a draft? The average?
Well, if you have 13 to 17 creatures,
Right.
and 17, 18 mana, you know.
Okay.
So you're looking at what, 5 on the low end and 10 on the top end?
Gotcha.
If
Gotcha.
that helps.
It does.
Okay.
I have 12 2-cost cards. I think I need to switch that. Hmm. What would Uther do?
Damn it! You got me with my own thing.
Yeah. if you ain't first, you last.
Also, one of your professors?
Yes, but that was from freshman year of high school, and it stuck with me in like the straight. It'll like I don't really remember a lot of what my professors say. Like we're gonna teach you old adages and wisdom, but like the exceptionally strange ones would just say some weird things, and it's just stuck with me throughout the years. And I think that's probably why they said it in a roundabout way. I did learn something, but I don't want to agree to that.
Right. Yeah, they say it to get you to think about it. That makes sense.
The PE teacher said, "If I get not exercising, I'll die when I'm 30."
Nice.
Oh god.
Great.
Yeah. I was like 14.
Welcome back, Shame None.
See, I think I've talked about this. Maybe not. My high school gym teacher was also the football varsity football coach, and the man was Samoan and did not have a neck because he just was made of muscle. And
Nice.
so, to the point where if he dropped a pen or a pencil, he would have to roll it up his leg in order to get it because he could not bend down due to all the muscles.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
He had to go through like PE because of he like tore one of his ACLs or something like that, and so he just did it all in one day by himself.
Nice.
God, that's so terrible.
Wolverine.
the man was built like a semi truck and moved just as fast. It was fucking terrifying.
Oh, damn.
And to top it off, he had a really high voice.
Oh,
Did
wow.
he really?
Yeah, it's
Hey,
great.
that's what the rules do to you, brother.
Yeah, exactly. He sounds like a Dark Souls boss.
Dark Souls boss.
Oh no.
That's amazing.
You could probably talk to Wiggles about Dark Souls. He's been playing it the entire week. That's something that I'll never touch. I'm sorry. That's just I don't like games that are hard just for the sake of being hard.
It's
Just like, go fuck
consider
yourself.
it to be like, I know this isn't really a fair phrase, but I call it artificial difficulty
Yeah.
because it's like it's not hard. It's like if you take a game that's moderately difficult and then you remove all of its checkpoints, so you have to just start at the beginning of the game every time you die or something, and then be like, there, now it's harder. I mean, yeah, it is, but is it really more difficult in skill, or is it just more time consuming and frustrating, right? And that's so a lot of times whenever something, artificial difficulty is increasing enemy health and damage, well, that's not wrong, Wiggles, but I will say to a point that makes sense, but also if you're playing a game where managing your health, abilities, mana, things like that is important, then it is relevant to have, if you have an enemy that has a ton of health and is a tank or something like that, then it would be relevant to have. It's like, oh yeah, you got to go into this fight prepared for a battle of attrition or something like that. But if you just say, yeah, all enemies have triple health, good luck with that, it's hard now. Yeah, that's a little bit artificial.
Question. What's a historic spell again?
Artifact, legend, or saga.
Okay.
It's weird that artifacts are in that. I mean, it makes sense because of their artifacts, but
Right. It's supposed to be.
but other than that,
I kind of like that they added they added artifacts because artifacts are so easy to find.
true.
Like just in general, there's a lot of things that are artifacts that are pretty common. Allows you to, just do some cool stuff.
Is it a waste to have a short sword in this deck? In a deck, I like equipment, but it feels really difficult to keep in a 40-card deck.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide whether or not I have two historic spells, but I don't think it's worth it keeping a card that's a 1/3 for 2 that whenever I cast a historic spell, target player puts the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard. I don't think that's worth it. Because the chance of getting all 3 of those cards in one hand are extremely low. Yeah, I'm checking that out.
So, Wiggles, I haven't played any Dark Souls game, but I played its predecessor, Demon Souls. And Demon Souls had ridiculous unfair hardness. So when you say something isn't unfair because you can learn its pattern, how do you learn its pattern? Because if you learn its pattern by dying and having to start over from the beginning of the stage,
and if you're playing something like Satsuna's Sacrifice, where you can't do that and it has permadeath,
right? So like in Demon Souls, I specifically remember there was a trap in like the first stage where when you rounded a corner, a boulder rolled on you and you died. And in order to get past that part, you had to step into the trap and immediately step back out of the trap so the boulder would go by. There would be no way for you to know that you had to do this without dying to it. Or being like indecisive and going, I guess I'll go this way. No, wait, let me go back and look for treasure. Like that.
Yeah.
Just at the exact right moment.
Really fucking lucky.
Yeah, like stupid lucky.
I don't know if this is a good deck or not.
Dude, I'm staring at mine going, is this even functional?
Yeah. Same.
So if they don't cut your health when you die, Wiggles, then it could just be, I don't know.
Whatever.
I guess,
let's go for it.
I guess people, my circle of friends have always referred to it as Nintendo Hard, and we're talking like Nintendo Entertainment System, the original. And what we're referring to is like the games were hard so that they would take you longer to beat because they didn't have a lot of content.
Yeah.
So go and try to play Contra 1.
No, I won't.
Brutal.
That game hard.
I'll
Dude,
tell you.
Fun.
Yeah, great game.
Great game. Hard as fuck when you get to the end.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Ninja Turtles Arcade. That's another one, right?
Yeah.
Like Ninja Turtles 2. If you don't have a group of friends and the Nintendo Link controller, you are screwed, my friend. Like, it is so brutal.
Yikes.
There are some things in Nintendo Hard that needs memorization, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not just that you
Like
don't
fake
beat it at all,
platforms
but
or whatever,
some-
right? Like there's Castlevania's big on that. Like false platforms, invisible.
Yes.
Like you think they're there, but then you walk and then you die, and you go, "Oh yeah, I got to remember that's not real."
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Fuck Castlevania. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I remember my parents when we were little tykes, me and my cousin. We we're just on the Nintendo all the time, and every time we'd get a game, we'd beat the game in like a day or two, and not like the super hard games, but like the average game. Beat it in like a week, right? And
Okay.
they're like, oh, you know, parents are like, come on, really? You know, we just bought you this game. You already beat the game. And finally, they're like, all right. They started looking for hard games. They got us Contra.
Oh.
They got us
wow.
Contra. We got to the point where we, you know, it's like we didn't really have much else to play, and Contra was hard, but like it took us like 3 weeks to finally beat Contra. And once we like were good at it, like we didn't even need the cheat code anymore. We were like, we'd come home from school and be like, I think I'll beat Contra today. No cheat code.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's really weird to think about how that boils down. Like, I can
Sounds like
beat
Superman or
Mega Man X in like I can beat Mega Man X in like an hour and 20 minutes maybe.
Nice.
And it's like, yeah, that's really fascinating because I remember just playing on it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So to try to beat it, and now it's like, yeah, I'll just you know, I feel like beating Mega Man X.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm out of practice. I haven't played Contra in a while, but
Yeah.
I'd love to. But I mean, that's what they ended up doing. Like we ended up getting Battletoads, and like
Wait, so you have Battletoads?
nice. Well played.
Excellent.
But not anymore.
Yeah.
But did beat Battletoads once. After beat it, it was like I'm done. I'm not touching this game ever
No
again.
more Battletoads.
Done.
The Toads have been battled.
Yeah, they have been battled. No more Toads. Go away, Toads. Oh, that bike level. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Secret
How
to
long did it take to beat you that?
Ah, man, that was one of the hardest. You know, that is one of the hardest ones, and then you get past that, and you see some of the other crap that's in the game.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah. And you go, it wasn't really that tough. Maybe like the last 30 seconds of it.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, that game is full of just hard, just gut checks. That entire game is just like brutal. It is brutal. But the secret to beating those kind of games, or those kind of levels, is actually sitting back from the screen. Like, well, at the time, you know, we were playing on the television, console. But like that, I found out like just sitting back another couple of feet, if at all possible. Just the more of the screen real estate you have in your vision at all times, like the more it just there was a Beavis and Butthead, I think, on the Sega Genesis that had a level like that. The game wasn't very good, but that level was a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And
no, dude, you need the Game Genie, brother.
The Game Genie, yeah.
Game Genie,
dude. Game Genie was awesome too.
Hell yeah.
I know. I remember later on we ended up finding some extra like Game Genies at garage sales. You can daisy chain those.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, we had like 3 Game Genies and then the cartridge.
Hey, you guys remember the
like
Turkish Empire also?
It's like sticking out of the Nintendo card. It's amazing.
Dude, Game Genies are the best. And the idea of sticking in a cheating device into your innocent console. What an awesome idea, right? Like, it's so great. Like, such an invasion of the game and the console, and it just really solidifies your ownership in the game. And like, I am here to win. Fuck you.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Knuckles.
It's not like a software. It's not like some sort of gimmick or like, oh, I have aimbot or I have some sort of other gimmick. It's like, nope. Here it is, baby. I'm shoving it right inside the console. We're doing it. I'm cheating. It's right out there.
Oh, that's amazing.
Right, Salty. Sonic 3 and Knuckles and Knuckles and Knuckles.
Awesome.
You got this tower of games just because you wanted to see if you could.
Mm-hmm.
Never did a science ask if they should have done it, just that they could do it.
Well, I lost my first game pretty poorly, guys. This was bad.
I lost mine too. It's okay.
I'm still trying to
A
pick
one
my
and
last
one.
2 cards.
1 and
I
1.
I got ranking. My rank increased for losing that, so
Nice.
I feel like maybe it was okay.
That's good.
Yeah. So I started with a bunch of land in my hand, and I was like, I feel like I'm a little light on land anyway, so I'm gonna keep this hand, and then I just drew nothing but land.
Solid.
It's like, sweet. As soon as I draw something, I can cast it.
Oh my gosh. So this whole Teova, the card that whenever I drop a land, I get a health and draw a card. It's kind of insane, just a little bit.
Dude, what the fuck?
Whoa! Play the
magic.
fish on you, bro. Oh shit! He just played the fish on you.
He did.
The whale.
What?
Well, it's the mammal, I guess.
I'm so mad at this game right now,
Whoa. You just got whaled.
guys.
You got whale.
You got
have-
whale. You got
I have-
whale.
I have like 4 legendary creatures in this deck, and my starting hand had 2 of them, and I was like, no.
No.
So I mulliganed, and now I have 3 of them.
Yay!
Hmm.
Oh,
I literally kept both of the 2 that I mulliganed out.
amazing.
That is something that needs to be fucking fixed in this game. That's not okay.
Yeah. This man dropped the card that I'm about to drop on him. It's like that whole Spider-Man thing.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
Okay, yike.
This guy's divested me twice.
Oh, we went 1 and 3. Brutal.
Okay.
Like the dub also makes it a
Got
knight,
this.
yeah. It's not great because now there's a Leviathan that's also a knight. Yes, Sir Leviathan, how can I help
Sir
you?
Leviathan.
This man doesn't know I'm about to send him to the Shadow Realm. Again. Just got this dumb turtle again. Want it gone.
Oh no. Had to mulligan twice.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's gross, dude.
Okay, let's see if he can fix this. Can I get a fan art of Queen Elizabeth knighting the Leviathan, please? Oh, well, since you asked so nicely. Does that work? Yes, it does work. I love synergy.
Oh, not good.
Huh. I did not realize that you could assign a blocker and then tap that blocker and it would still
Oh.
block.
Oh yes, it won't
Really?
deal damage though.
No, it did.
Hmm?
Yeah, I attacked with a 2/2 first strike, and he blocked with a 2/1 that could tap itself to become indestructible. He blocked it, tapped it, he blocked and tapped, and then my creature hit him, indestructible, and then he hit me back and killed mine.
Gotcha.
Oh.
What the fuck, dude? You can't block with tapped creatures, that's bullshit.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Isn't
I'm
it fun
kinda-
how magic has phases? You know,
yeah.
man,
No?
no.
And he's got first strike too. What a bitch. More phases than my teen years. Oh my god.
I mean, I get that it's got phases. I, for the most part, understand the stack, and for the most part, I'll read a card's text and understand what it does. But I'm just a little bit baffled that you can use a tapping function with a blocking creature. That just seems really weird to me.
Yeah. I've cheesed a couple wins through that.
That's like, this, to me, it's the equivalent of me unsummoning it and being like, yeah, well, it blocked anyway.
Yeah.
Which... So, sorry you lost your first strike creature, because it blocked anyway.
Yeah.
Choose the battlefield, tap target creature. Your opponent controls it, loses its abilities at the end of the turn. Does that mean what I think it does? Let's test. Yes, it does work the way I want it to.
You know how many times I've gotten into fights over the order of the beginning phase? Is it upkeep, untap, draw? That phase, or do you mean the first main, or what?
There's multiple.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
Seven fights.
Untap, upkeep, draw. That's right. That's what it be.
It do be like that sometimes. With his pizza. Yo, this man's got pizza? Whew.
Oh, yeah. Totally. It's not dripping with cheese and pepperoni like that picture, but pretty close.
Pretty sure I just lose here, so I'm just gonna go.
Right, maybe they won't match me against somebody that had like a big purple diamond in their as their opening game.
Maybe, but probably not.
Probably not.
Oh yeah, no, I'm super dead now. Okay, 11 cards.
Not really sure how to go about bringing this game to a close.
No, no.
I've got a huge board, but he's got like 2 decent blockers, and he's just sitting on them, and I'm just sitting on mine. We're just Yu-Gi-Oh-ing it over here.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yu-Gi-Oh is now a verb.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Confirm. Okay, we're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. Let's go. Let's go, boys.
Just because it's a verb doesn't mean it's a verb that means whatever you want it to.
I think I might lose this because I'm gaining cards
very
faster
Yu-Gi-Oh.
than him. No, he's got too much flying. I think I lose just based on that alone.
I'm arbitrary enough to make up verbs, but not enough to let you have fun with it. Well, see, the thing is that we've been making the same joke for like 6 months. The, you know, part of the cards, top decking, my grandfather's deck has no pathetic cards. I just kind of assumed that the in-joke would be apparent.
Yeah.
Right.
So were we supposed to not say the same thing over and over again? That's kind of my whole shtick.
Yeah, right?
Feel attacked.
I like to go green, man. I recycle my jokes.
Yeah.
Hey. Okay, this guy needs to stop.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can I win no matter what? There is... I have to wait one turn, and then there's no way I lose. There we go. I think I can just go wide and beat him next turn. As long as he doesn't have something that, like, destroys me this turn, I win. Cool shades. I'm green with envy over the qualities jokes. Salty dabbed into the storm.
If a
Now I-
creature has
now I can imagine.
indestructible,
Yeah.
do you give it -1/-1? Does it not die?
What's
Sure.
that?
If a
Indestructible?
creature has indestructible and you give it -1/-1, and it drops its toughness down to 0, does it die?
Yes.
It'll die anyway.
Toughness 0 will kill indestructible.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Toughness 0 kills an indestructible?
Yeah, it just doesn't have any toughness.
Interesting. I'm just gonna go wide and see if he can deal with it. I don't think he can. 8 cards, boy! Let's see if you can deal with that. I think it's too much. Right now on camera. Dude, season 2, Tristan's dead. It's a whole new plot twist. Season 2, the episode where he just fucking dies.
Dude, I'm just gonna wait on season 2. I'm just gonna binge it right before
Yeah,
season 3.
exactly. Oh, God. Yeah, there's a 7-cost minion you don't know about. Wait, hold on. Did I fuck up?
Look.
Yes, nope, I won. Two.
At least I didn't have to buy a season pass, Salty. We're good.
That's true. I love that season passes aren't the full season pass anymore. That's my favorite thing. Mind you, that was my first game.
What?
Yeah, speaking of season passes, I did see. Did anyone catch the Nintendo Direct?
Yes,
on,
I wanted to
Smash?
talk about that. Ooh,
Yeah,
ooh. What are your thoughts before I go off?
go for it. Oh well, I was just gonna say that the 3DS Super Smash Brothers, the
Yeah.
DLC content, the characters costed more than the game itself.
Really?
Like, fuck me. Like, what are you? You know, like, you know, there's a select number of games that can get away with their DLC being more than the base game.
Laughs in Civ 5. That's very true.
Well, I mean, those are generally, yeah, right? Like, or Universalis 4, World of Warcraft. No. I think if you get longevity out of them, they're fine. If it's kind of just, yeah, here they are, and that's it. Or if they're overpowered in the case of Smash.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is that Dead by Daylight does the same thing. Oh man. So the
Speaking of
point
which, is there sale over on that? Hold on, I'm just gonna do that real quick.
best part of the announcement was that there's a season pass, and that it's what, $25, and you get 5 characters, 5 maps, 5 musics. So it's at least something that's of value versus what it was on 3DS, which felt kind of more, predatory.
Yeah, I get that.
So, but yeah, what do you think, man? I'm not getting it. I'm done with Smash. I'm too
See,
old for it.
I didn't play it, the last one, and I don't have a Switch, so I'm probably not going to get this one either.
Sully sends his regards.
Fucking Jesus Christ. I just had a knife pulled on me. I don't think that was in the shot either. So that wasn't even worth it.
This is for Super Smash Brothers Switch Edition, Salty. Oh god, Soul Calibur? I've not seen the new one. I loved Soul Calibur back in the day. Oh, great game. But remember the Dreamcast, man.
Salty sense. But
Soul Calibur 1 on the Dreamcast. Oh,
today's information that was announced was there's 3 new fighters. There is Ken, which is Ken from Street Fighter. There is Incineroar, which is the new Hulk Hogan style Pokemon. And are you ready for it? There is Piranha Plant from. There's not like the piranha plant that you would think of, a peaty plant. No, it's a potted plant. I love it.
It's not piranha?
Nope, it's a potted plant, and it's got it's like the. Do you remember in the Mario game, the pipe, and then it comes out and sticks its head out, and then goes back in and it's that.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's you know what's the biggest kick in the teeth? It's a pre-order bonus.
Yeah, but I bet that they won't not. I bet it'll be a later DLC. I was chatting with a buddy, and I'm just like, dude. He's just like, I don't know. They might not offer it again. I'm like, bro, it's not a TCG, right? Like, it's not Hearthstone. It's not fucking Magic, right? Oh, you got to be in store, order this bundle box, and then you get this epic rare mythic. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know, definitely not like. I don't know. Nintendo likes money too much, right? Especially if the game's already made.
Yeah.
Good point.
They do like them. Well, it's because they also. A lot of what they do is weird. Nintendo.
I'm so cold on my Switch right now. Hey EOG, how's Darkest Dungeon going, man? Have you made any progress?
Yeah, I've taken out a couple of bosses.
Good. Further than me.
I have found that I feel like making any progress at all is like, you know, incredible. Like if I sit down and play it for a little while and I like something attacks me that I didn't expect and I don't lose my party, I'm like, woo, party, you know. Like it's brutal. But I'm enjoying it. Oh, never mind. And but I'm enjoying it, yeah. And it's so I ended up taking out the Wizened Hag. And the Wizened Hag. And my I have a friend who's playing the game also. We're both kind of trying to truck through it to like at the same time.
Sure.
And he messages me and says, "So I fought the Wizened Hag and she ruined my party." And he sends me this. It was so relevant because he sent me this as I was like about to go into the mission against the hag.
Yes.
And I was like,
hag is in the big pot.
Yeah, I was like, hold up. Why did she ruin your party, right? And he's like, yeah, she ruined my party because you can't have a sustained battle against her. You have to take her out fast. And I was like, all right. So I did not go into the battle with her, and I instead worked on building up a team that would be like acceptable, right?
Okay.
So I go into the party later with a full team of like full-on damage dealers. There's no healer. There's nothing that could even barely keep my party alive. And the Wizened Hag, turns out she has this big cauldron, and she steps behind it, so the cauldron is like tanking for her. It's in front of her, and then she uses one of her turns to grab a party member and just put him in it. And the party member just boils to death unless you hit the cauldron enough that they spill out. But they've still taken damage from this.
Oh my god.
So it's disgusting, right? So I'm like, oh shit, this is bad, right? But I had this full damage dealing party, and so I was like, fuck it, let him die. And I just beat the shit out of this hag, and I managed to kill her. I lost one party member, and one of them had so much stress by the time the fight was over that they were basically useless. They were like ruining everything and hurting other people in my party because they had mental break. And I was like, don't care, beat the wizened hag, finish the mission, and then dismissed my whole party.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Bye,
Wow.
you're done. You have to be an asshole if you're gonna play that game.
Yeah.
I will tell you, that is the fight that made me rage quit. Straight
Is it
up.
really?
Yep, that was the game. That was the fight that made me be like, you know what? I'm selling this. I don't. Yeah, I go in there. I'm above level by I think like the max. Like 2, is it, or 3? Because there's a certain time where you can't put too high a level people on too low of missions, or they just won't do it. So they're all higher than it by like 1 or 2. Some of them are 2, some are 1. I mean, this is your big pipe hitters. I mean, they're your tanks. You got your damage dealers. You got your badass healer, and then you got your trickster. Dude, they just got raped. That bitch started throwing people in kettles, and I couldn't get them out fast enough, and everyone just started dying, and I'm just like, dude, what is happening here? You know, like, anyway, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
You know what? You have to be in the right mood to play it. Like, even enjoying it, I have to be in the right mood. I can't just sit down and whenever I feel like, whenever I'm like, game and just sit down and play it. I have to know when I'm sitting down, I'm like, this is going to be challenging. I'm going to lose a lot. I'm going to make the best out of a bad situation. You got to be ready for it.
Yeah.
Yes. And on top of that, not only that, but you also have to go into this whole thing. Yeah, realizing you're probably going to, your characters might die. Probably die.
Right.
And on top of it, you have to, like, research all of these encounters. And I'm just...
Ew.
You know, man,
Yeah.
it's ironic coming from a trading card game player where you need to go online for literally everything. But I didn't. It rubbed me the wrong way, and I was like, wait, you got to beat the hag, you got to go online, I got to figure all this crap out. Like, dude, I don't care. Like, if I can't go in there with my best pipe hitters, I don't give a shit. Like, if I came out with 1 or 2 alive, I'd be fine with it. They all just murdered. But, I mean, going online or going to another resource to find out information is not old, right? I mean, they've done that for years.
Yeah.
So I'm about to lose.
Nice.
I'm going to go 0 and 3.
I may be following you. Yeah, I may be following you very soon.
So I want to point out, let me see if it continues now. Okay, so the first loss, I gained almost an entire rank for losing.
Wow.
The second loss, I gained about 3/4 of a rank, and then I just lost the third one, and I lost about 5% of my rank.
Wow.
So
That is weird.
Last week I went 5 wins. This week I didn't even get. Dude, last week I got 650 gems. This time I got 50. So I still don't have enough to go back in with gems.
No.
That's annoying.
Oh man.
Pizza.
Pizza. That was terrible. Honestly, like last week I was all hyped about doing these drafts. I'm not so hyped anymore.
Thanks,
Man.
Salty.
That sucked.
Appreciate you coming
That
out.
was really bad.
Thank you for coming out. We appreciate you.
All right, Salty. Thanks for coming, man.
Hey, take it easy, Salty. Have a good night. Yeah, I'm done for Dominera. I think I'm good. I think I'm good with it. We can switch it up to Ravnica or Standard or whatever whenever we want.
I know this has happened to all of us, right? But my deck, I know that like you had the whole list, like readout of what cost creatures to put in your deck. I was so thrilled to build this deck because I had like 7 or so creatures that were 1 or 2 cost that had kickers. So to me, because 3 of them I think were 1 cost creature that had kickers to give them +1 or +2/+2 or something. So the idea for me was like, hey, I can use them in the first couple of turns, or I can use them in mid game, and they're useful either way, right? Never drew one.
Of course.
Like my deck is only 40 cards. How did I draw every one of my legendaries in every battle, but I never drew my backbone cards? Not a single time.
Is MTG populated yet? Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's doing pretty well as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are hyped.
People are playing.
But yeah.
Well, you gotta
that-
think,
that's
Magic the Gathering's got 22 million players worldwide.
Really?
Right.
So, you know, you gotta get a little bit of that.
At the very least, a little bit of that.
Damn, I just got whaled.
By Slinvana? Slinvada?
Nope, Silver Slip. Can't
Oh,
play Degenerate decks. I
another
won't play.
Leviathan.
Oh, those. Oh yeah. No. That was the one, Slinvada. I thought you meant the player.
I misread a card.
Oh,
That's an 8/8. That's a problem.
You did that too quickly. When will I use... Oh, shit. Never mind. I'm fucked. Yeah, I'm dead.
No.
I ran to try for the doubles team, but I'm in it for the long haul. Yeah. Victor was in here earlier watching me try and face against bears. Holy shit, bears. So many bears. I had to do a quest that was timed, and I had to kill a bunch of big game. And I finally had one left. And it was the fucking bears. The Yogwai, for those who've played Fallout before.
Oh yeah.
The game just was like, nah, fuck you. You're not doing this. It was the bears wouldn't let me leave me alone. They were the worst.
Hearthstone is balanced now. It's so boring. What? I'm sorry. What?
Who are you?
What happened in the last week?
Yeah, where are you
Did
from?
they ban Druid? What happened?
Yeah. Mean but true.
don't worry. They don't need to balance it to be boring.
I did. I tried setting. I tried being sneaky.
Oh.
I tried
So
to.
many shots.
I essentially Wile E. Coyote'd myself, where I'm like, you know what'd be great if I could just set this up so that I have a bunch of mines and then blow up the mines when the bear gets on top of it. What the game decided is that no, these mines actually trigger after a certain period of time. So as I'm setting up two of my mines, the first one, as I'm setting up the third, goes, "Beep, beep, 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 beep."
Oh no.
And then that's how you get the boom of me exploding.
Great.
And the bear's just looking on in the distance, very disappointed. Because his new meal has just become a cinder. Bears were pieces of shit. It's awful because a lot of, like, yes, the game is semi-helpful for me as an all-melee build, but it really isn't. They give you a lot of fuck you enemies that are just big for no reason and do dumb damage. So you have to play like a hidey. Like, you have to hide, essentially.
Oh, and that's terrible for your build too, right?
Yeah. I can't do that.
There's strength in melee, right?
Yep. And charisma, because it's a dumb build.
Nice.
So you look pretty while doing it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Is he single?
Yeah, that Fabio's single.
Is Fabio single?
Heyo.
Oh, I did that incorrectly. Fuck. Those are bears. You're trying to kill them with a spiked board. I like that you remember the weapon, too. I didn't even remember the weapon. Oh my gosh. I'm only drawing water and I need earth. No, it's a rat. It's a rat build.
I
No,
kind of
don't
get
want-
the feeling of listening to some disco while playing this game. You know, some Earth, Wind, and Fire up in
Yeah,
there.
that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
One stream, guys. Just some stream in the future. We're all gonna have our music synced up, and it's definitely gonna be disco.
That's right.
You're gonna be like, "Oh my god, is this disco?" Well, let me change over to the other one. Oh, it's still disco.
Oh, it's still disco.
Nice.
You're still a shining star, no matter who you are.
Hey.
Shining bright to see.
Yes, I too get the reference.
I'm glad. I'm
Oh,
glad.
just will be like lo-fi.
It's a 1970s reference that Tristan gets. Holy shit!
Hey.
Apparently, this mic can't pick up sarcasm. That's a shame.
No.
I don't think.
Hey,
That
Braylon?
doesn't do any
Or,
Okay, me, okay.
Brylar? Excuse me, Brylar?
Hey, brother.
I am one off from making this plan work.
I thought there was a blue-red planeswalker that had some artifact goodness in it.
I'm
not
pretty
seeing
sure there
one.
is.
Just looking
Maybe
through
not.
the planeswalkers. Maybe it's not blue-red.
Maybe.
Thought it was. I know. I mean, there's a colorless in here.
Think of Jorah.
Who dat?
Who dat?
Who dat?
Who red legendary? I thought that was that dude that I want in my deck. You know, so strange that you get the one. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that doesn't work.
Victor,
Yeah, no, it works. It works.
I have no... Is that a euphemism?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Noodles.
Mm-mm.
Which bot? Willisana.
Oh, I did a dumb. Damn it.
It's on and it's giving me alerts, but I'll just restart it. It's not showing all of its usual data, so.
What's the point of this card then? Add 1 mana of any color, but it takes mana away.
So you can use it to play like a red spell that you don't have red mana for.
Okay, I messed up.
Oh, shit. Double strike. That's what's up, baby.
I did a dumb, and now I'm gonna pay for it with my second one.
This red mana 2-headed giant is pretty badass, if anyone's seen it. It's a 4 mana, 2 red. Whenever 2-headed giant attacks, flip 2 coins. If both coins are heads up, 2-headed giant gains double strike. If it's tails, 2-headed giant gains menace.
Wow.
That's awesome. So basically there's a 2/3 chance that it gains an attribute. That's pretty sweet. Right? Or is that... No, it'd be...
I'm probably gonna have to fix that another time, Willisana.
You know, cookbooks? No. I'm not familiar.
I don't know. There's probably an update that I have to do to authenticating the bot. I should have thought about that before the stream because of changes.
I haven't used QuickBooks in forever.
I like using slow books.
Slow books.
It's so slow. Yeah. Here's one. I really thought there was a
We totally scrapped out, just like you did, EOG.
Do what? Huh? What?
We 0-3'd.
Dude, right? What is going on? Are you getting ranks too? Because
Yes.
I was getting ranks.
Yes, because I'm playing people that are like 4 ranks above me.
Let me see if I get
I'm
rank.
I'm playing only pros.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, I ranked up.
Dude! That's not okay.
Yeah.
So their matchmaking's either a little off or there just aren't a lot of players.
In
I think
draft.
it's a little bit of
Draft
both.
right now.
In draft, yeah.
Yeah.
It's because the only people, and also like the drafts, it's not cycling you with the people that are losing their games. It's cycling you with the only people that are available. So you keep playing against the same decks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like WWE jobbers. Oh my
You know
god.
what? We should have waited and all hit play at the same time. We
Nice.
might have fought each other with as few people as are playing right now.
That's true, honestly.
Wouldn't that be something?
That'd
That's
have been
right, Victor.
hilarious.
Sniped.
We're the Brooklyn Brawler up in here, man.
Brooklyn Brawler.
Tezzeret.
Nice.
Keep
There it is. Yeah, okay. That's right, yeah.
I guess nobody else is drafting.
I don't have enough currency anymore.
Still have enough to draft again. I feel like, you know, lightning certainly doesn't strike twice.
Tez is much better.
What are you
this
doing,
one over
Swamp?
here,
You
yeah.
look like you're...
I like this one just
I'm
I'm
because
in my
like
it's
second
+1.
draft.
Okay.
Yeah, I finally went with a color other than black. I went ahead and did a blue-red.
Blue-red is probably my favorite color combo.
Time of Ice is pretty dope.
Right?
Like, I think it's pretty cool, man. I like it.
We're going for it.
Yeah, I like having weird, complicated decks. So I like blue-red and just having like a lot of sorceries and instants, and then pulling them back out of the graveyard,
It's
and
a bomb.
multiple planeswalkers, and you know, now that I know what
Yeah.
sagas are, I want to put them in here. I like doing that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather do that than just have playing creatures on curve. Brian Kibler's Demand, dude, he's awesome. I really like watching
yeah.
Brian Kibler's streams.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's informative. That's one of the reasons I like watching him, because he usually gives his thought processing. As he goes
Dragons.
through.
Dragons for the
Dragons
kid.
for Kib. Ah, I got
There
you.
you go.
I got
That's
you,
right.
bro.
Well, it's
I'm a little-
ironic because he started out as a Magic player.
Yup.
Yes.
Did,
Time
did.
Magic player. And then he made the switch to Hearthstone, and I wonder how he's grasping this whole
Yeah,
change of
right.
pace.
You know he's gotta be like, magic, huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
Kibler did that weird thing in his tournaments. I don't have any cards around me to like show it off, but when he used to play tournaments, he would hold. He said one of the things that you learn when you're playing against people is like, if they hold the same cards in their hand for a certain amount of time, then you can start making assumptions based on how long the cards have been in their hand.
Yeah.
So in Magic tournaments, while he was idling, he was just constantly flipping cards back and forth between his hands and shuffling between his hands.
Yep.
I just remember
No
seeing him do that like a long time ago and thinking, wow, that's really annoying and also genius.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just flip.
Yeah, because the digital realm, you're not allowed to do that. Well, actually, no.
You are.
In this, you are.
In here,
this
you're
you
allowed
are.
to move the cards in your hand around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my god, genius. Dude, now that I realize that, we should just sit here and flip cards.
What do you think I've been doing ever since you started talking about it?
Okay, now what we need to do is send videos to Kibler of us doing that.
Do it.
That's right. That's right.
just click and drag.
We need someone taking a video on like their phone of their monitor going through the cards flipping.
I'm pretty
Peanut
sure
butter-
they see the cards move. I can't imagine.
Okay, then
why they
this is gonna be super distracting for him then.
wouldn't. Nice.
New strategy.
Oh, dude. So I'm always a little bit afraid to just dive in and make like a red blue deck, because I'm kind of shit at deck building a little bit, and so especially if I spend my my wild cards on making a deck and then find out it's completely non-functional, I'm gonna be a little upset.
Yeah, but that's
What's
just the
the
way
money
it works.
itself?
Yeah.
It is true. It's true,
I think I'm gonna take this other. I'm gonna take the whale.
dude.
I'm not sure
I-
which colors I'm going yet.
I
Just take the
definitely,
whale.
I always want help, Wiggles. What I want to make is a functional red blue deck. That's what I want.
I have one. It's great. Niv Miz. It's great.
I want. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should wait. Did you get a deck? Did you just open a red blue deck?
I opened up a red blue deck, and also I got 2 Niv Miz's in like my first 2
I
pack.
don't know. I like that.
So I haven't got the red blue deck yet.
Screw the whale.
So I should probably wait to make this until.
It's a bomb card.
You know, I'm
It's
kind of
more
up
of a
in the air,
bomb than
Wiggles.
that.
In fact, I might just want one of each. I might want 2 different red blue decks that I can kind of go between. I don't mind doing something like that. Yeah, I'll just hold off on it. It's traditionally I've done.
Screw it. I'm gonna grab this and then
instance
I'll
of
decide my
sorceries.
color and we'll throw something out. We'll throw one of them out.
Okay. Well, I'm screwed because he's got 2 flying creatures, and I have no way of dealing with that.
Not bad.
The EDH deck I've got, my commander is a experience point based red blue sorcerer dude.
Jeez.
Physics. So good. Yeah, his thing is anytime you cast an instant or sorcery, you add a point of experience to him. As long as that spell
good
didn't
card.
cost as long as that spell costs more than the number of experience points he has. So you you cast a 3-cost spell, he gets an experience. You cast a 4-cost spell, he gets another experience, and you can keep doing that. And what the experience points do on your Mizzix is they make your spells cheaper. So essentially, the longer you play this deck, the cheaper your spells get.
Jeez.
And you just load up on all these damn spells. It's awesome.
Okay, what's EDH, and also what is Commander? Is it like a different mode
They're the
or a
same.
different gameplay?
Yeah,
So,
they're the same.
EDH is Commander, but you have a
Nice, Victor.
an EDH deck has a commander in it. So EDH is it's 100 card singleton format. Yeah, so it's a 100 card deck, and you can only have one of any card in it except lands.
Okay.
Does that thing have Death Touch? It does. Then the commander in the deck, it has to be a legendary creature, right? You have a commander that you kind of set to the side. It's like in your sideboard essentially, and your commander is playable at any time as though it were in your hand. Doesn't it get more expensive each time or something like that?
I think this is my last loss. I got 1 win.
Y'all building need to pay attention. Drinking, nice. Yeah, I'm working on a draft deck.
How has? Oh, by the
Probably
way,
be red blue.
before I forget to ask, how is the fair perler stuff coming along?
Oh man, I haven't gotten pictures yet because I've been busy just making more stuff.
Yeah.
But I got a nativity scene done. It's just a small nativity scene, but it's still pretty impressive. I've got a Mario 3 it's Raccoon Mario taking off, and it's similar like the Mario All-Stars, so it's a little bit more color, right?
Gotcha.
A little bit more definition. Got that. I got a bunch of like Fortnite because that's popular.
Yeah.
So like magnets and keychains, stuff like that. What else have I been working on? I'm getting some other things designed still. I'm working on some magnets and stuff. There's going to be, well, I figured with Christmas stuff, I'm going to try to get some ornaments done. And I don't remember what else. Oh, I got a set of coasters. They're Captain America's shield, and they're done where they look 3D.
Nice.
So it looks like the light's hitting it, and then there's like shadow on the bottom, and like light hitting it from like the top. It looks pretty impressive. I was surprised that they came out that well. I'll take some pictures. Absolutely.
Nice.
They'll be up. I'm getting there. In fact, I'm taking days off of streaming so that I can get this done. So I'm only streaming I streamed yesterday because of Halloween. I figured,
Right.
if I'm gonna pick a day to stream, it should be like Halloween. So I streamed Layers of Fear last night. That was fun. That was a fun game. And then I'm only gonna be streaming like tonight and then Friday for the free game.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like that the next 3 weeks unless I get the work done that I want to get done. But I want to take a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
So,
That's smart.
the more than, And it really, as much as I want to, I'm going to make a dozen of these, I think I'm better off making, 2 2 to 4 of these, and then 2 to 4 of like 5 other things. You know, if you know what I mean? Like, unless like I'd rather go wide than deep. Because I know, like, you know, oh, you didn't like this Fortnite stuff. Well, good, I have Minecraft stuff. Right, etc. Right, you want to I feel like it's best to diversify. And if I sell out all the Minecraft stuff, well, I sold out all the Minecraft stuff, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to, you know, just go all into, like, 1 or 2 things and then find out that, like, oh, nobody came that wanted that.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
smart.
I really don't know the audience necessarily, right? Because it's a craft fair, and it's sponsored by it's sponsored by a church. So like, so you know, I'm gonna do some religious stuff, obviously. You know, especially with the holidays and stuff as well. So definitely. But so I mean, that I know. Okay, I can do some stuff like that, but I can do holiday stuff. I can do religious stuff, but then, you know, what else, right? Yeah.
Did you really just, Victor?
Oh my god.
Well played.
Oh my god.
Well played.
Wow.
Church of the 420.
Yeah, there you go.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Church of the Holy Bud.
No, I think I pretty much said everything that needs to be said.
Praise be Cheech. Praise be Saint Chong.
Saint Chong.
Have you ever heard about the story of the burning bush?
Hey,
what do you think? Do you think I went to Catholic school for like 13 years and didn't pick up on all of these?
Good job. I like it.
Fuck.
But yeah, that's the idea. You know, go wide. Try, you know, and instead of having a dozen of one thing, have, you know, 2 or 3 of like 6 things.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, the problem, I guess, you know, the problem with that is that it means it's more design time. You know,
right.
Like I spent all day today just working on what will essentially just be, you know, a little magnet. I'm probably going to make a few copies of it. But, you know, it's nice. It's got a little dove with olive branch, says peace on it. It's going to have a little rainbow behind, you know, in the background.
I got my first planeswalker.
All the little elements,
Heyo.
you know, took hours today.
Nice, dude.
You know, just to get these little tiny, like, oh, you know, this, you know, I get one thing done, like I'd get the dove done, like, and then I'd get the olive branch in, and then, oh, I want to add the word peace. So I had the word peace, but then the olive branch is in the way, so I turn the olive branch around an entirely different you know, coming out the other side, right? Instead of the left to right. And then it's like, well, now there's this big area of sky that's just kind of blank. Well, let's add something in there, and like how, you know, and all those little design things just makes it like an hour's project that I'll probably make, you know, 3 magnets out of it.
Yeah.
But, you know, remember the internet 2008, 2012, atheist circle jerk? Oh, I mean, I guess.
Right?
I mean, if you go to the right places, you could find a circle jerk of anything.
Yeah.
No kidding.
At any year, really.
Yeah.
But, you know, just that's been kind of the biggest problem, the biggest hurdle for me though, is like I've got to design a bunch of things and then only make a few copies of that instead of, oh, you know, if I design 10 things and then just make 10 copies, but then I'm, you know, deep as opposed to wide. So, and I think I'd rather go wide. So
That's smart.
That makes sense.
So that's the hurdle, but I mean, it's fun. Like it's rewarding to have all these different. Yeah, exactly. Wiggles, I think you're right. Diversify is probably the way to go. It really is.
Yeah.
The more options that you can give someone, the better. Going for Girth instead of Link. That's right, Victor. I was hoping somebody was going to make that reference.
I like that there's 2 very separate ways of.
Yeah.
Right.
Perfect.
Awesome.
I'll come here, Nivmiz. I put the Planeswalker in. Let's see if she works. See how well she works in this deck.
Okay, so the Planeswalkers, it's got 3 numbers in black on the left. Is that its cost as far as mana?
No, those are abilities. You get to use one of those. You pick one, and you can use it as a sorcery per turn.
Okay.
And that removes or adds to their loyalty the number that they start with, which is kind of like their health.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that health that they have, that's called their loyalty, because they never die, they just leave whenever they reach 0.
They're like, fuck you. You didn't pay me enough.
Right.
And then you every turn, not as an instant, so every turn as a sorcery during your main phases, you can use one of the 3 abilities, and it gives or takes away loyalty, and it shows how much. So normally they have got like, oh yeah, you can gain 1 loyalty to draw a card, but then you can lose 7 loyalty to make your opponent discard their hand, or something, something like that.
Yep.
And they can be attacked directly, and so it kind of, it's like if someone plays one, you want to make sure you're hitting it so that they can't build up their loyalty enough to reach those craziness,
Right.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit early for me playing my Drake, but it's fine. It'll be fine.
Started from the bottom, now you're here.
Yeah.
You know what I've noticed about the Dominaria draft? There's just enough stuff that there's just enough cards that are relevant that historic, like, you do have to think about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not one of those you can just forget about it entirely. Well, maybe if you're like really far into your draft and you can't, but typically you'll end up with enough legends or sagas or something.
Yeah, you get a little bit of everything. Which is nice.
Yeah, you'll go, this has a historic factor. Should I consider it?
Big
Who's cringe? Who's
Shit.
cringe Thunderfoot? What guys are cringe?
Ugh.
I missed something. Oh, you mean the atheist circle jerk people?
Like I said earlier, it really depends on who you're listening to.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you came here to hear us essentially say the same memes over and over again. I mean,
that is us.
Let's take a quick look in the mirror real quick.
That is definitely us.
Hello, yes.
Same memes over and over. You might
I'm staring at a meme in the mirror.
Guys, I'm looking at an NPC. Oh,
Oh my god.
You lost at least 8
So here
people
we go.
since I entered. It must be working.
Yeah.
Nice. You find something to cringe about on YouTube in any genre. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about like bad, since the new Undertale game's coming out, we can talk about bad fandoms, and if you guys have any experience with bad fandoms. Something that I think is interesting that doesn't get talked about. Swamp, I want to hear what you think about the wrestling fandom, because that often doesn't get talked about, and they are very passionate about their things.
Sure. I think Swamp's AFK.
He is not here. He is not
Is
here.
it-
Okay.
So-
well, when
So
he
we'll
gets
save
back,
that. Yeah.
I will ask
Undertale fandom is actually just a great example of toxic fandom.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, it's like the example in my opinion.
Yeah. The most commonly used.
So the thing is that Undertale, I already mentioned that I feel like when it comes to Undertale, you can't really talk
Yeah,
about
that's
the
why we're
plot.
talking about it, Convictor.
Yeah, you can't really talk about the plot without ruining it for people who haven't played it yet, right?
Yeah.
So again, being a little delicate here, it questions a lot of the typical choices that a person would make when they're playing an RPG. When you play Undertale, there's a lot that goes into question about why did you do what you did. Like imagine playing a Zelda a Zelda where they're like, people are like, that was my favorite pot. You just
Yeah.
broke it.
Yeah. Also, but that's also not the point that the fandom focuses on, but like the characters specifically, they get
Right.
really emotionally attached to.
Yeah. So what happens is in the game you're faced with a lot of trying to answer trying to answer to yourself. And so that's what makes the game so powerful is if you go into it and you just sit down fresh and you really like make sure you're not doing other stuff. You're not playing on your phone like while you're not like looking at YouTube videos while you're playing. Like sit down and play Undertale, and I found myself really drawn into it. But on the other hand, if you obsess about this, and that's where the fandom has really kind of started doing
Their thing.
started doing their thing is obsession. It's to the point right now where my nephew actually is a perfect example. My nephew loved Undertale, and so there are a couple endings you can get like typical older games used to have like Chrono Trigger has like 9 endings, just based on how what you go through. Well, so he really enjoyed Undertale, except he really only cared about one of the endings, and made it so clear that this was the best game ever as long as you agree with the best ending ever. You know what I mean? Like,
Was it like the best ending you can get?
No.
Interesting.
It was the worst ending you could get.
Oh, okay. No, I see what you mean now.
So anyway, the other one is there's a character in the game that is a lovable character named Sans, who is a skeleton, and his brother is Papyrus. Isn't that right, Papyrus?
Yes, they're based on fonts.
Yeah, they're based on fonts, and one of them's like a tall, lanky skeleton, the other one's like and kind of stout looking. And cut to my nephew. Anytime he sees anything with a bone, like, oh man, I'm playing this old PlayStation 2 game, and a character is holding a bone as a club, and he's like, it's Sans.
Shit.
And I'm like, it is literally a club.
Yeah.
Like, so essentially, what really struck me as being difficult what struck me as bad about the fandom of Undertale, everything about that game that made it fantastic was completely lost on the most vocal fans.
Mm.
So why was the game great? Because it made you question what you thought about what you have done, the choices you made. What was so compelling about the characters? Their development and how you handled that development as a player and as a character. I thought this was so good. I like the motifs in the music. So, this blew my mind. But there's a really peaceful song in like one of the areas of the game, and then when you get to the boss of that area, their boss music is totally different. But if you take that music and you speed it up like 800%, it's the boss music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's cool. So all of this stuff that's like really great depth and really great shit, I don't know, just the stuff that makes you, that's like you need to stop and appreciate it, is completely lost on everybody that is so obsessed with this game, in my opinion. And it almost makes me wonder why do you like a game? The game is not great graphics, the gameplay is okay but a little repetitive, and
like it's the perfect thing for you to be Perler. Is the best way I can say.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I mean I've seen graphics of it. And
Okay,
Right.
cool.
Yeah,
so
I don't know much
just
about the
can't-
game itself.
It's like my nephew favorite games: God of War, Call of Duty, and Undertale. And one of these things is not like the others. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It was also, you gotta understand from your nephew's perspective, it's the Five Nights at Freddy's effect,
Yeah.
where it was made by people that he looks up to, aka online content creators.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why you like it, because I was at that age.
Yeah.
As well.
Hey, you know what? And that's the thing. I like that he likes it. I think, but
Yeah.
there's a limit to this, and that is, in my opinion, if I like, he started talking to when my nephew and I have you know, we haven't like been in each other's lives for all that long, right? And I'm the nerdiest of his relatives. He had no idea that there was a nerd in the family.
Gotcha.
So he's like, oh man, you play on Steam, I play on Steam, and and then he's like, I love Undertale, it's my favorite game, and I'm like, oh man, what did you think about this part, and how did you get through, you know, what did you think was the best way to, and he's just like, what? I just start the game and play it. Like it was so weird to me playing a game with that much depth, as though it was just like a side-scrolling beat 'em up or something. Like playing an arcade game, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so that might be the weirdest part.
Gotcha.
What Dark Master? What wrestling hat? What are you talking about?
Get wrestling out? Oh yeah, we were
Did I
talking about
miss
wrestling. Well, I was gonna ask you. We were talking about fandoms, and I thought that you were in a very unique position to tell us a bit about the wrestling fandom, and if you think that it's like the strangeness of wrestling fans.
I don't know. I mean, I think, you know, getting more into Magic and things like this, and these fan bases that are, shall I say, matured, right?
Yeah.
Not the people who follow it, but more since that they've been around for a while.
Yeah.
You know, they're kind of one and the same, right?
Yeah.
Like, wrestling fandom is really interesting too, because you have different brands and companies, and up until recently you had that diversity of independents and regional promotions and NWO, WCW, WWF, right? You had this kind of multitude. Now it's kind of like, all right, well, you either watch WWE or you watch international wrestling, right?
New Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and it's kind of this weird dichotomy that didn't exist. It's an interesting fandom, though, dude. Like,
The people really care about what they watch, is what I think is the most interesting.
Yeah, and it's the same people I think that you're gonna see. You know, it's definitely getting into this more like our type of group, like the Comic-Con gamer-esque fan. Like, that's definitely more the fan than the, you know, guy sitting down at the VFW propped up on a bar stool, you know, drinking his Miller High Life and chain smoking, right? Like, that's fine. We all know those people.
Sure.
That's the way wrestling was, right? And it's really morphed into what wrestling now. And wrestling now is kind of this like comic book, come to life kind of thing for a lot of people. And I think that's kind of the fandom that exists now.
Interesting.
So it is. There's so many different little groups, and they have all got their own terms and words, and you know.
So the real question is, are you a mark?
I'll let.
Oh, interesting.
Like, that's such a hard question to answer because, you know,
for those who don't know the whole wrestling thing, a mark is more or less a derogatory term for someone who cares and like doesn't care that it's like the acting behind it, but rather just treats the story for the story.
You know, there's a couple sides of that coin.
Yeah.
More of a smart. Okay, thank you, Dark Master. I was gonna have to say, it's hard for me to self-identify myself as that, but the people around me who hear me talk shit about wrestling, they would be able to identify me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird because microcosm of life itself, right? It's life on every level. So it's politics. It's religion.
Oh, yeah.
You know, very light on the religion, heavy on the politics.
Yep.
Speaking heavy on the politics, you've seen
everything else.
what's called the newest thing with them in politics, right?
Oh yeah, with the Saudi Arabia thing tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna enjoy it. I think there's a lot of factors that go on in these business deals, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to take a position should they or shouldn't they. I mean, they're getting paid billions and billions and billions of dollars by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for a multi-decade, multi-year gig, right?
Yep.
So if you think that America is supposed to be the agent of change and we're supposed to bring apart enlightenment to the rest of the world, well then, yeah, we should be over there doing this as part of a business decision. If you think that we should take a moral high ground on certain issues and things that involve us, and we shouldn't do business with shady as fuck people, well, there's something to be said about that too. So it's, man, it's tough. Like, it's tough. There's so many different sides of the coin, and the other thing too is you think about it. Oh well, they're making well then if they don't make the money, then these women wrestlers don't make that money from as they would like they did if they went there for this Evolution show and the all women's pay-per-view. And I don't know how much you know. I mean, you asked me about fandoms, and I'm getting way too damn into it, but you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, I understand.
Seriously though, there's a whole lot of things that go into it. So nowadays, I mean, especially now with them trying to go overseas and trying to, I don't know, bring John Cena to the rest of the world. I don't know. Like,
he will be the one that saves us.
Yeah. If you hadn't heard of John Cena, da, 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 here he comes. I mean,
here I come to solve the international conflict between Saudi Arabia and the rest of the.
Hey man. Hey man, Dennis Rodman could be in North Korea, dude, and anything can happen.
There you go.
Let me just say that.
You can't see me, or the complex interdisciplinary wars that have been going on.
Oh, and Hulk Hogan's going to be at the show. Hulk Hogan! And the best quote I've seen is that Hulk Hogan is literally the least offensive thing on that card.
Nice.
Because I don't know if you remember the whole, what is that? Gawker? Wasn't that the death of Gawker?
It was Death of Gawker.
Yeah. So, I mean, the guy shouldn't have been taped without him knowing it. And that's what the court case proved. But what it doesn't prove is you're a racist piece of shit. I'm sorry.
Nice.
But I mean, right? Like,
yeah.
Come on.
He had a bit of a falling out with that company.
Yeah, he's back because the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, I mean, the prince, they wanted him. They wanted him bad.
Yeah, he's an international figure.
And yeah, he is wrestling. Like it or not, he is wrestling. And has been for the past, 85? So 30 years?
Yep.
30
and
years
he will continue to be.
So got any other questions, Tristan?
No, that was my main thing.
Nice.
All right, man.
I was just curious because we were talking before about just like fandoms in general and how certain fandoms really, really care about what they do. And I felt as though you'd be a good person to talk about that with.
Yeah, they care. They care. It's still real to me, damn it. You've all seen the crying wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Because didn't you say you're a NXT guy, DOG? Or had been, or followed some?
I mean, not really. I don't really follow much of that at all.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought you followed the NXT, the developmental league where they got a lot of the international all-stars.
I follow a bit of the international stuff because I have friends that will keep me updated.
Okay. It must have been Tristan. Yeah, I don't really follow wrestling at all. This is like the most information I've ever.
I really got into it because I had a friend who told me about the business side of it, and that's what really got me into it.
Okay.
Also, I just beat a white-black vampire deck that was up to 40 health, so I'm very proud. Holy shit, that took too long.
Dude, I have just had the worst losing streak today. I don't even...
Whoa, what is this? Mnemonic Betrayal. Exile all cards from your opponent's graveyard. You may cast those cards this turn, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any type to cast those spells. At the beginning of the next end step, if any of those cards remained exiled, return them to your opponent's graveyard. So you take control of your opponent's graveyard. It's a blue-black card. That's kind of sick.
It's pretty awesome.
I like that.
Yeah, so over the weekend I was sitting here and I was seriously thinking about a couple times. I was like, I think I'm gonna drop some packs into this.
Oh boy.
And this is a good game.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, a couple days go by and I get really close, then I back out, and I get close and I back out. And then I talked to my wife and I was like, I was talking to her about it, and she goes, my brothers, used to play a lot of Magic back in the day. I was like, you think you'd play that with me? She's like, yeah, maybe. I'm like,
Goals.
okay. So one day I texted her, I sent her a link to a paper card bundle for Guilds of Ravnica. She looked it over and she's like, yeah. It's like, so is this a thing that you think you could get into? Like, support me, as in just like, oh cool, or is it something you think you could actually like play? We'll drive up and do Friday Night Magic, and another day went by. She's like, I think I could get into it as more as like a double thing. And I was like, click and
Nice.
bought, and I kind of went head over heels for Magic. That is Tristan.
Right.
I've already been head over heels for her.
No, I know that part.
If she's watching, yes. So
Blink twice if you need help.
yes.
He's actually sending us rapid Discord messages the entire time.
That's right. That's right. But no, I don't know if like, I don't know if streaming, I don't know, man. I don't know if streaming your openings of physical cards is a thing or not. Like, is that cheesy? I don't know.
No, do it.
I don't know the etiquette, but
Make just your cam full screen and we'll watch.
that's true. Just open them and go through it.
There you go. By the way,
yeah.
I do remember. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I was big on Stone Cold and the Rock era. The Attitude Era of WWE was great. Oh, just a comment though, about from Supbro, asking if we remember. That was good stuff, man. The Hardy Boys and all that, like the TLC matches. Oh man, that was good times. There really was. That was good stuff, and I loved ECW. Back when it was ECW by itself. Like once the invasion and all that stuff. Once WWE bought everything.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like whatever. And I got to bring this up because we talk about this kind of stuff. It kind of ties back in a lot of stuff that we talk about, is that competition, it's good for things to have competition, right?
Yep.
Yes.
The last thing you want to say, like we've been shitting on Hearthstone quite a bit the last couple of weeks. We've been playing Magic, right? But the best thing for Hearthstone right now is for Magic to succeed.
Yep.
And likewise, like Hearthstone, if they can, listen to the community and get on the ball, a little bit quicker, things like that, like they're gonna give Magic, hopefully, they'll give Magic a run for its money, and then we'll be looking at healthy competition. There's healthy competition when it comes to any type of platform, especially like your free-to-play games, it pretty much benefits the consumer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? That's who wins in the end when that happens. It's when we don't have competition that, we have WWE.
You get ECW number 2, which
exactly. Yeah, you get the ECW invasion angle.
I mean, realistically though, it can't not help, right? Like right now, why do I avoid playing ranked on Hearthstone. We've said this before. It's completely because of the like unbalanced nature of the fact that I don't want to play the 2 decks that win.
Mm-hmm.
So if enough people start going over to Magic because, well, I would like to play a game where I can just I can make a deck, I can experiment with decks, and it's not just one deck that wins. Well, then maybe Hearthstone will start balancing things a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's a pipe dream.
Well, that's the point, though. Either they will or they will fail.
That's true.
So either option will change the current environment.
Yeah, and I think right now the simplest thing I can explain as to the fresh of breath there that this game provides is that it's logical, right? Like, it's in your deck. This is what happens. This is what's played. Here's what happens. Versus, oh, this creature dies, and now a random card from the history of Hearthstone is now magically fucking summoned onto the board to destroy you, right?
Yeah.
Right. The whole game kind of feels like a tavern brawl, doesn't it?
Yes!
Sure.
Yes! I can't play this game with another human being in real life. That's the problem. That's what I just realized it. I just had a light bulb off. That's the problem with Hearthstone, is that even if you printed out all the cards, you can't play a game with another person. That's it.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Sad but true.
Wow. Mind blown.
Okay.
I mean, you just can't do it because there's too much randomness that the human cannot do.
Yep.
It
Now,
goes
to some
beyond
degree-
shuffling my deck, right?
To some degree, that's fine. To some degree, we have some really interesting stuff with that. It's like, oh, cool. Well, I'll create. You know what? Ragnaros will deal damage to something at random. That's cool.
Yes.
That's fine.
And you have a D6 or a D3 or a coin, and you assign them, and yada yada yada. You can do that, right? You can do it. You know, weaponized pinata, brother. You cannot do that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not do that.
You know what's the biggest kick in the teeth? Toki.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the first thing Swamp just went off about.
Yeah. Literally exactly what you said is just Toki in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in one sense, everything's greatest advantage is also their disadvantage, right? Ultimately, right? It kind of goes back to personally, right? Your greatest strength is also your greatest weakness. So, if your greatest strength is a digital card game, well, it's also your greatest weakness because now you have these things that you could never replicate in the real world.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So.
Okay, so the Niv Miz deck is kind of a little bit maybe broken.
Okay.
No.
Thank you, Victor. Thank
Oh,
you.
I played
Yes,
I played it and he
yes.
instantly conceded. No.
Yeah.
I like having epiphanies, man. I love it. I love it when we're chatting with people and I get new ideas and new perspectives. That's really the highlight. Is where you're just kind of
There you
like,
go.
whoa. Like you add up what you've kind of think about the subject into what they say, and you're just like, whoa.
Damn it, Victor.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, nutted.
It
It's
is.
like mind nutting.
Awesome.
God.
Shit.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
So
Brain blast.
I'm having a struggle with wanting to keep playing this game right now. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Just
Okay.
not in general, just tonight.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I want a red-blue deck, and I have to earn it, and I can't earn it until it's gonna apparently be the last deck that I'm given.
Yeah.
Correct. It's one of the last 5 or whatever the hell.
So I'm playing all of the other decks that I don't care about.
Yeah.
And I swear, I'm playing the blue-green deck, and it goes great once, and then I fight 3 people. 2 of them beat me just outright, just hand me my ass. And the third one, on the red-blue deck, I drew only blue creatures and only green mana. I'm sorry, the green-blue deck.
my God.
Only blue creatures, only green mana. What? This is just consistent tonight. And worst part, I am still gaining rank for losing to these people.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I am just having a hell of a time. Okay, well, this guy just instant conceded, so we have that.
Yay!
Hey, Omega Snake, what's up, man?
Nick.
Hey, hey.
How's
The
work?
Jungle Secrets is by far the best starter deck. I'll tell you.
I really like the strength in numbers also. The
yeah,
red,
that
white.
one's good. Yep.
But I'm just having a little bit of difficulty with it because I'm like, dude, why am I playing? I'm just getting shit stomped by people and going up ranks. Is there nobody playing this game except the pros right now and us?
In
It's other streamers.
yeah.
I mean, they know when to play, I guess, right?
There you go.
Thursday Night Magic. They're getting their decks warmed up for tomorrow night. That's
Yep.
what the deal is.
Nice.
Sons of bitches.
Shit.
So that's the thing. It's like if I had a deck that I really liked and I was kind of making tweaks to it, then it would be fine to be playing in the environment of difficulty right now because I'd go, maybe I need a couple more mana or whatever. But I'm not. I'm playing the pre-made decks, just waiting for my opportunity to have a deck that I care about.
Yeah.
So I really think they're giving decks really quickly, and that you get all these cards. It's really great, but I don't know. Maybe I ought to have been opening packs instead of doing drafting, so that I'd have more wild cards.
Yeah, probably.
That's the drawback, isn't it?
Yeah. What's up, bro? Mono green is a lot of fun if you just like having a superior presence on the board without a lot of tricks. Your tricks involve making your creatures stronger. Most of the time. For the longest time, I ran a green equipment deck, green and artifact, and I had a lot of equipment in there, and that was a great deck.
Like the short sword and stuff.
Yep. My two star artifact equipments were the Scythe of the Wretched was +2/+2 while equipped, and if my creature that had the scythe killed another creature, that creature would die out off of my opponent's board and then come back on my board. So
Wow.
I could steal creatures by killing them with the scythe, which was awesome. And then my other one, the Sword of Kaldra, really expensive, but it's +5/+5, and if it deals damage. If a creature wielding the Sword of Kaldra deals damage to an opposing creature, that creature is removed from the game. So
Whoa.
it was pretty powerful.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And I mixed that with I would mix that with creatures that I had a card called Blood Scent. It was an instant. You cast it on one of your creatures, and this turn, if that creature attacks, any creature able to block it must block it.
Oh, yikes.
So you buff up a creature with trample, you give him Scythe of the Wretched, and then you blood scent him, and then you choose who he kills and who comes back to life on your side of the board.
Nice.
It was a great deck. Plus, it was a lot of green, so there was just a lot. Even if you didn't get the equipment, you still just could kind of play creatures and defend yourself.
That's nice.
Shit. Yeah, dude, some of these decks and lower level constructed, it's just like, dude.
Yeah.
These decks are just killers, man.
Yep.
Feckless insect monsters? Oh no.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's like running into Big Priest at rank 25. You're like, what's up, dude?
Well, they changed that. Doesn't happen
Pass
anymore.
on by, pass on through.
Green black stomp then steal. Green black is a powerful combo. I respect.
I think that's the
green black a
one.
lot.
That's the one that Wiggles runs, and he says will be the most powerful deck. Period.
Yeah, green black. I mean, essentially, you know what? It's really hard to say sup, bro, because all of them in the right hands with every color is really powerful. It's kind of like you play a game as mono blue, right? And you're like, my opponents can't do anything. Every time they try to do anything, I just keep going, nope, you can't do that. Nope, you can't do that. And then put a flying creature down. And then you get to that one game where your opponent is just like, well, I'll play another big creature. And you counter it. And they play another big creature. And you counter it. And they play another, and you're just like, dude, I only have so many counters,
Yeah.
So it really depends on a lot of things.
Blue deck problems.
Yeah. Blue-black is really good for just having control. But black-green or green-black are really, I think that's a deck that's like, you go for blood. Although I guess green-red could do that too. What's fascinating, I mentioned this like the first night that we played, played Magic. I think it's fascinating that there are only so many ways you can build decks in Hearthstone, right? You can't. It's hard to have like rush down pirate priest. You know what I mean?
Right.
But in Magic, you're like, what is green? Big creatures, buff your creatures, whatever. But it doesn't have to be. It could be ramp. There are a lot of things. And then you go, okay, so then what's red? Well, red is typically burn and haste creatures. But they also have big creatures, Like,
oh, yeah.
Okay, I feel like, I guess what I'm getting at is I feel like there are a lot of different ways to play the same thing.
Yep.
And having 60 cards, you have that ability for variety, right?
Oh yeah.
Inherently.
So
Why do I play this game if it's just gonna give me land and only? I have 6 health. Game, please.
So there's a deck that I've just fought over and fucking over.
Yikes! Which one?
Over. It is a white. I think it's white-black life gain vampires with a Johnny Pride mates, which are the 2/2s that gain 1/1 every time you.
Yeah, it's annoying.
I mean, I'm so sick of this deck. Like, if this were Hearthstone, I would actually build a counter deck just for this. Just so that I could go, oh, look, a second Pride Mate.
Yeah.
And this, honestly, this is probably why my best course of action I can take right now is to build my own deck. Because at this point, I'm reaching the why am I still fighting these feeling, right?
Yeah.
And it's because why do they always have another Pride Mate? Always have another life link? It's because
you
they
have
have
4 of them in the deck. Yeah.
Exactly. They built this for this. I'm just gonna concede. I don't want to fight this. I really don't want to fight this deck. I'm so sick of this deck right now. So you know what? This is a good learning experience for me because up until tonight, Magic has just been full of variety. Shit.
So question.
I'm not having a good Magic night, guys.
Flying, double strike, vigilance, trample, indestructible. What do I do about that?
Cry.
Pacifism. Wait.
Luminous bonds?
Yeah, luminous bonds. Anything that exiles it would work, or you could unsummon
So
it.
something cage?
Well, I'm dead, so it doesn't matter.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
But I just saw that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
mean, sorry.
become a conscious objector.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Hey,
I
you
went
can
down
do
rank
that.
that time.
I mean, that works.
First time I went down rank, I'll die.
You know what? I'm just gonna concede this one before the first turn.
Is it the same deck?
No, I didn't even tell because I had to mulligan 3 times,
Oh yeah.
and whenever I conceded, I didn't lose any rank. Fuck, man.
What a shock.
God. Oh.
Yike, yike, yike.
Oh.
All right, here we go.
Man, I was just talking good about you, Magic. Don't do this.
Builds you up and then
So
breaks you down,
cool.
Buttercup.
It does, right? Well, at least we're comfortable with that experience thanks to Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Stockholm Syndrome's great when the next person that hits you hurts less.
Nice.
Ouch.
Yeah. Making him think that I'm a straight red deck. Because I'm not drawing any blue. It's the perfect strat.
Yeah. That's what I figured
know
I'd
what?
do. My opening hand was like all blue. I'm like, yeah, why not?
You know what? Maybe I should make a monocolor deck so that the game can't completely deny me of one of the
Yeah.
necessary color.
True.
Well, then it just mana screws you.
Yeah, I mean, it'll still do that, but at least we won't have this problem.
That's
We'll just
true.
have a different problem.
What's the best mono? It's like blue. Mono blue's good. Mono's green's decent in the standard. I know I've seen a lot of blue. A lot of blue.
Curious if I can rush him down with a deck that's built not to rush people down. What does raid do again?
You have to attack that turn, and then the raid ability works. You just have to attack. You don't have to actually deal damage or anything, as long as you've attacked with something.
Okay, interesting.
The fuck? Alright, so I'm looking at this Planeswalker. He's got 4 health. And then his top ability is +1. His next ability is -2, and his last ability is -7. What are those negatives and what do those numbers mean?
So if you
Are those
activate
your
the
life?
ability, he gains or loses life based on that number.
Oh, so okay. So he sacrifices himself if you do the bottom one.
Yes.
Unless you've done enough of the gaining one. Gotcha.
Right.
And that doesn't cost anything. You just each turn you get to pick one of the 3.
For the Planeswalker,
So-
you can. You probably should. You could choose not to, but that's probably not a good idea.
Okay. But it doesn't cost anything to do it.
No. I don't believe so, at least.
Okay.
Dumb people too, yeah. Oh, if a creature you control attacks them. I misread that. I see his point now. That's not great.
I think ultimately the problem this game is going to start running into is that there's still Magic Online.
Wait, are you serious?
You know? Yeah, right? It still exists. No, but I mean, for games like this to be successful, you need the hardcore of the hardcore players.
Oh, I gotcha. And there's going to be people that are unwilling to move.
Yeah, and I mean, you'll have some new ones that get created from this, don't get me wrong.
Right.
I just feel like you've got to incentivize some way to get all of those players over to here. If this is going to be the end goal for standard, modern, and legacy, right? Which is something that they have said that they wanted to do.
Time to chit shit to the Pokemon TCG. I never understood the Pokemon TCG. I'll be honest. It's like
supposed to buy
it's
them all.
online though.
It is online.
Wow.
Yeah, it's online.
Impressive.
This guy's dumb and just killed himself.
Okay, I got my weekly wins in, so I'm okay.
Nice.
You won 15 games tonight? Wow.
Not tonight. I had some of them from before.
Okay. Okay.
No, I definitely. Also, I started getting a hair trigger on conceding.
Ooh.
Like, fuck this, I'm out. Just over and over. This looks bad and I hate it. I would love to put a planeswalker in. Have I think I've found any planeswalkers yet? Nope.
I
don't
win
have
next
any.
turn. No matter what he does.
Pokemon is online.
I'll build a
Nice.
what's the Pokemon that puts people to sleep? Dark
My deck's
Rider.
Leaf, bro. I'm all about the Leaf deck. All about the green.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cute. That guy thinks my strategy is to keep that one minion alive. No, the Dark
Sleep
Cry.
powder.
Darkrai. It's a dark Pokemon, Generation 4, best generation, and it's like the Eater of Dreams. It's edgy as shit.
Dude, I should make a rat colony deck.
I was thinking the same thing.
Hey! Don't you only need 4 rat colonies to put an unlimited number in your deck?
Yeah.
Do it.
It's not hard to get, especially if you get them early on.
I have 3, so I
Then you
just
can
use
just
one wild.
wild card. Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay.
You know what needs
Wiggles,
to be done.
are you in here? Like, what do I put in a rat colony deck? Just like 40 rat colonies and 20 swamps?
Now that'd be it.
How about some, like, what is that one's like, sack a creature to draw so many cards? And so you could draw more rats?
Yeah.
Something like that, I don't know.
Oh, I misread the card. That's fine. Oh, I win anyway. Them rats.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I ordered the guilds kit for the Guilds of Ravnica, so it's got 5 of the guilds, and
Very
it's
cool.
also got pre-made decks for each of them. So I'm kind of going like the pre-made route. We need to get some boosters that we'll crack open just for shits and giggles, but definitely seems like making pre-mades and just kind of playing, and then building your deck off of individual cards seems to be the best route. Like if you want to do the whole, thrill of opening packs and sell off any good ones you get, you can do the boosters. But
Hey,
Yeah.
Mapper, what's going on?
it's pretty cool.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Mappert?
And I blame Sheenans, so thanks, man.
Yep.
Yay, perfect.
Yeah, blame. Awesome.
I'm just happy it's not me, I'll be honest.
I see how it is. I see.
You know what? Sometimes you look at the situation and you just say, it do be like that.
Yep.
Ooh, Direfleet Captain. He's got cornrows. I like it. You live on a ship all day. How would you get your hair so nice? You think it's either oil, it's pearls, diamonds, all those things. No, the real prize over on the high seas is conditioner.
Nice.
I have 3 mythic rare wild cards. I should probably use those at some point.
Okay,
Just a
what's
thought.
up with these? What's up with these cards? Are like dual cards, discovery and dispersal. Like, what does that
So
mean?
when you have the card in your hand, you can use either one,
Oh,
but it costs differently.
oh shit.
Depending on what the
Yeah,
cost is.
it's like you drew 2 cards, but you can only cast 1, which is pretty cool.
Is that what this game is going to become one day? It's just
Yeah,
every card is choose 2.
every
Choose
other
one
card
or the
at
other?
least.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
I find that I'm really against shuffling my hand, even if I have a bad hand. I don't know if that's just dumb of me or being stubborn, but I just don't like doing it.
I mean, it does sort of hurt you.
Because now I have all my minions are red cost, but I have only blue cost lands, and now I'm just hoping that I get a red land.
Yeah, and if you can't get an opener, it's not worth keeping it.
Yeah.
You know. If they're just going to take board control and you're going to be playing from behind, then you might as well muggle it.
Nope, it's fine. I
least
got my
gives you a
mountain.
chance.
I don't learn anything.
Yeah, mulliganing is weird, man. I do like how you get to scry, though. That's
Yeah.
interesting, how if you do mulligan, you get to scry.
Yeah.
Gives it a little bit of that, less sting.
Little oomph.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, this guy's not messing around.
You know what? I should have a rat colony deck with like 2 mountains in it and 1 like trumpet blast or whatever,
Yeah.
just to buff my rats.
No rats.
Or I could go for white mana of the plains and have there's that one creature that anytime you play a creature with 2 or less power, you can draw a card.
Okay.
Then I could draw into more rats.
Rat time.
Oh, nice. I played Time of Ice. My opponent conceded. He's just like, oh, screw this. It's over.
Oh man, if I was gonna go deep on this deck, I would also have to add rats to it.
Okay. I can't return target non-land permanent. Does that count enchantments?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm Shindaru.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh god, I hate that sound so much. He has a card that it has a fly sound that the fly switches between your 2 ears.
Oh, man.
I'm not a fan of that. Oh no. Please don't do that again.
Please no.
Well, that's how that works. Okay.
Since you're going through card games, when are you gonna get to Yu-Gi-Oh? Give it time, Victor. It'll happen.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, it will just happen with time.
Mm-hmm.
Is that online?
Yeah, it is.
Oh. Cool. Why are all these games online? I've never heard of them.
You're just like, you haven't heard of Yu-Gi-Oh? You want to fight, bro?
I'm assuming I've heard of Yu-Gi-Oh.
I give you correct. My issue is that I've never actually played Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, I had the cards growing up, but it was more my cousin played, and I would watch him growing up play it.
Oh, is this like Warhammer 40K where you just
like kind of that
the game, but you own
exactly.
all the shit? Yeah, okay. I've been there, done that.
I really don't know what Uther would do in this situation.
That's a shame.
That is a shame.
Nope, Uther found a way. Praise Uther.
Praise Uther.
Oh my god, that's so mean. So I have electrostatic field as well as a Guntenspire. So every time I cast an instant, I deal 3 damage to his face.
Hey, Harandre, thanks so much for the post, man.
Hello.
Arande!
Hello,
What's
hello.
going on?
I think we just win here. We don't, so I shouldn't do that.
So, what's the ratio? Is it 20 lands to a 60 card deck?
24.
Yeah, something like that.
Unless you have, like, you know, a specific... Like, if you're going, like, really heavy ramp, it might be a little less.
Well, I'm going rats. So I might want to go less.
You might want to go a little less, yeah.
Yeah, just because I want... if I'm going to be top decking rats...
Yeah.
Does it work the way we thought, where it's just straight up rats?
Yeah, if you have 4 rats, then you have infinite rats put in your deck.
Yes.
So it says, I want to read this again. It says, rat colony gets +1/+0 for each other rat you control. It doesn't say rat colony. It says each other rat. So there's another rat in here that I don't have any of, called burglar rat, which is 2 mana, 1/1, and when you play it, your opponent discards a card.
Oh.
And it would buff your rats.
Oh my god!
If you're willing to spend a couple of common wild cards, this is not bad. Now, what I've put in this deck is I have 33 rat colonies.
Oh my god. I
have 2 blood divinations. It's a sorcery. As an additional cost to the spell, sacrifice a creature, draw 3 cards. So I have 2 of that. I have 2 Open the Graves enchantments. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, create a 2/2 zombie. So hopefully my rats will live on. I have the Eldest Reborn Saga. Partially because it's awesome, and partially because its 3rd lore step has me pull a creature out of my graveyard and put it back into the battlefield. So, more rats. And then I have 2 finishers. I've got the Torgar, Famine Incarnate. Is an 8 mana cost legendary avatar that halves your life. He's basically... I mean, he's pretty powerful. But, as an additional cost to the spell, you can sacrifice any number of creatures. This spell costs 2 less mana for each creature sacrificed this way. So I can convert my rats into mana. And the last one, Lotless Giant, is a 7 mana cost creature. when he enters the battlefield, he deals 1 damage to target opponent for each creature in my graveyard.
Whoa.
So if I've got 20 rats in my graveyard, this guy will kill my opponent. So I'm kind of liking this deck look right now. It's gonna suck, but I'm so excited to try it.
It's a little ridiculous. Like, straight up. It's kind of crazy.
So yeah, so if I enjoy this enough, I will I'll probably have to spend 4 more wild cards to put in the burglar rats. And I don't know, I'm liking it. I also think if I really, you know, if I really wanted to push this deck home and you know, damn the cost, right? Yeah. I would probably put in Planeswalker, because my Saga allows me to also pull a Planeswalker from my graveyard and put it in the battlefield.
Oh my god.
So, if I had a Planeswalker that was just kind of okay, right? Where's I don't know, let me look for a black Planeswalker and see if that's if there are any relevant ones. I mean, there are a good number of them. There we go. Target player loses 2 life. Boom. Oh man, that the -1 is return target creature graveyard. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Liliana the Necromancer would be perfect for this deck, and if she dies, and you get the Saga afterward, you just put her right back on the battlefield.
Oh my god.
Damn. That's some value.
So, I'm just saying, I think this could work. Suggest land.
Yeah. I'm playing against a guy that his whole thing is that he makes me discard cards. And then he's got an enchantment on the field. Whenever I discard a card, I lose 2 life. You need a little less rats there. Nah, more rats.
More rats. Super drunk. I'm drunk on rats.
Drunk on rats.
Yeah, guys, we do need to have a stream where we each are playing a different card. That'd be hilarious.
Different what?
A different card game.
Oh my god.
Oh,
yeah.
god.
No, I found the rat you were talking about.
Hey, look, rat colonies. Hey! I'm keeping this hand. That's the rats.
No, stop it, rat colony. Oh, thank God. I was able to get my Niv Mizzet off. Now, as long as he doesn't have a way to get rid of it. God damn it!
That sounds like magic.
He's playing magic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Literally, I couldn't even finish that sentence.
Nope.
Oh, God damn it. Guy's such a piece of shit.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't have a way to... And it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's, for some reason, under the impression that I don't have 2 more rats I'm about to play.
You
Get
are
'em, rats!
mistaken.
Yeah, you better start blocking these rats. Dude, this is so dumb! All I'm doing is playing swamps and rats, and it's kinda working.
I accidentally killed myself.
Whoops. What'd you did?
I did a bad... I might not die this turn, but I'll definitely die next turn.
There you go.
Oh, no, I'm dead this turn. Well, that's a shame. First time I lost, and I finally got my Oh, yeah, I lose. Jesus, that was a weird deck, but it's so good. Holy shit. I just got pretty unlucky because I had Niv Mizzet in my opening hand. I'm like, that's fine. I'll be able to put him out early. Not knowing I was playing against a guy whose whole entire point is hoping that I start off with my good stuff. That was insane.
Didn't one of like the world champions of Magic just win with a 5-color deck or something like that?
Something like that.
Crazy. Yeah. It's possible, man. You can get that 5-color going on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I always love the idea of playing a rainbow deck.
It's gotta be tough. You gotta be willing to mulligan.
Got land screwed, sitting on both whales in my hand.
Oof.
Yikes.
G fucking G.
Yeah, you got a lot of water. You need some more land.
What in the hell are you? Ooh, that's a weird card.
When my opponents play whales, they win. When I play whales, I don't win. I don't understand.
Damn
Oh
whales.
god, yeah.
Damn fickle whales.
We're starting to play against, at least I'm starting to play against people that really know their decks.
I know my deck.
Oh, yeah.
More rat colonies.
How's that rats going anyway?
Ooh.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna win, but it's hilarious.
How much does the rats give you buff-wise?
So they start at 2/1 for 2 mana, and for each one, they all get an extra 1 damage. So they all can die in 1 hit all the time.
It's worse.
Oh. Yikes.
But at this point, he's down to 2 health, and I've wiped his board because all I'm doing is playing more rat colonies and attacking with it. And at some point, he just can't not block them. He has to fight them.
Yeah.
So I'm fighting this Merfolk deck, and every time he plays Merfolks, oh damn! Every time he plays Merfolk, I just attack and he blocks with them and they're gone. So he can't build up a board presence. He's like, this one buffs all the other ones, but I'll go ahead and throw it in front of this rat tree. It's actually working surprisingly well. I have a few finishers I could draw at any moment and win.
Yeah, that's good. Trying to decide whether I want to play my trample card or my haste card. Sorry, my trample haste card or my card that lets me buff up the more instants I have. Probably play the trample because it scares him more. Oh fuck!
Dude, I won! Yes!
Nice.
First rat game, first rat win.
Oh.
Oh,
Feel the
yeah.
rat.
Tristan,
call that a ratty
you gotta try
light?
this deck.
I might have to. Send me the deck list.
Okay. This is so dumb. Like, this isn't even a good version of the rat deck. Okay, how do
You
I...
don't even
how do I
know the
copy
full
this
power of the rats.
deck? Yeah. How do I copy...
I don't think you can. I was joking.
I really think there was a way to. I really thought there was. No, I know there was. Salty sent me one once. He sent me a deck.
Oh.
I know you can make a copy of a deck that you already own, but I don't mean if
I don't know. Did he just make me a deck list? I don't know. I was kind of having trouble remembering it now.
Oh, yikes. Destroy target creature survey 2. I'm fucked, aren't I? Oh no. This guy really knew his deck. Yep, I don't have to worry with dealing with you.
Alright, I just sent you a screenshot of my deck list. It's not complicated.
Okay.
Rats and rats. And mana.
It's rats, one saga, 2 enchantments, and 2 sorceries that let me draw cards, and then 2 finishers and 20 swamps. So in total, there are 7 cards in here that aren't mana or rats.
7 cards.
Wow, that's it.
Wow.
Again,
Pretty
if
good
you wanted to go like full deck, there are 4 other rats I would put in here. That are the burglar rats, and I would definitely take a planeswalker to put in here for whenever you just whenever you draw her, you'll definitely have enough mana.
Yeah, seriously.
And also, like I said, the 3rd part of the saga lets you take a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard and put it out in the battlefield. So, oh my, I might have to mulligan this. It's a lot of rats and not a lot of swamps.
No, are you sure about that? I mean, they're only 1 apiece.
But they cost 2 actually.
Oh shoot.
No, I'm keeping it. You know what? Swamp questioned my hand. I'm keeping it now.
Nice.
Yeah.
He knows best. His name is Swamp.
That's true.
That's right. You're gonna draw some more swamps. You know it.
Okay, come on, Swamp. Let's go.
Odds are in your favor.
If I draw even 1, we're okay.
Trample can be pretty
It-
strong.
Oh God, no! My hand is so many rats and no swamps.
Hate to see
Fuck.
it happen.
I mean, the counter to trample though is there's instance to just kill them, or bounce them back to hand, or exiles them. Right?
It's a Pogo deck, but in Magic. I love it. It's just a
No,
really
no.
stupid Pogo deck. When a
Okay,
guy's
well, I'm
name is
gonna concede this
Manipool,
one.
I think that's the kind of person I don't want to be facing. I want to know what goes into how much I lose in my rank for losing a game, because I still think it's arbitrary.
I'm actually starting to wonder that myself. It's
What's being added up here?
yeah, I mean, I've lost a few games and gained rank, and then I won tiny sliver, and then like I lost a game and lost like a whole rank.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Like, oh, we'll finally throw him someone he's evenly matched with. Oh, you still can't win with this? Oh,
Oh,
throw him down. Yeah.
Okay, so note to self in the rat deck: always start with at least 2 swamps in hand,
Yep.
so you can play the damn rats. Yeah, I drew 3 rats in a row, so I conceded. Because I only had 1 land. This is pretty hilarious. You know, playing hilarious decks is what keeps card games alive for me.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Whizbang.
Hmm. Oh, Whizbang.
Yep.
Always in the hearts of many.
Good old Whizbang. Just whizzing and banging his way to victory.
Oh my god.
Whizzing and banging.
Just whizzing and banging.
Grind them into rat juice.
Sounds like gambling is out.
Sounds good.
You're
Thanks for
very
coming by.
welcome, Gandling. Yeah, thanks for coming by. Time to get
Hey,
some
have a good night.
Z's.
Later, Gandling.
Dinosaur spells cost 2 less. Am I playing against that dinosaur build?
You know,
Yes, please.
I mean, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna get wrecked, but I'm curious.
Losing to dinosaurs is better than, like, losing to clerics or something.
Hey, kinder.
Hey, what's up, Kinder?
Kinder coming on in. What's
Whoa.
up?
Hello, hello.
Go home from work. Well, welcome home.
Whiz
Kinder.
bang your soul to the ground. That's right.
Yeah.
Get him, rats!
Yeah, get him.
Yeah, beat it.
Yup. Awesome.
Okay, so now I'm debating whether to use the rats to summon my giant fin, or whether to just keep hitting him with the damn rats.
You think you know the answer?
The answer may surprise you, Tristan. Oh wait, I know. Wait, no, that doesn't work either. I was gonna say I know what to do. I'll attack with the rats and then play the big finisher. But I don't think that really matters because the finisher, he lowers that person's life total to half of the starting life total. He's Alex Straza.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Okay, I think I have my answer. My opponent has something on the board that's going to allow him to exile target creatures. So if I sacrifice my rats to bring out one big finisher, he's just going to exile it.
Yeah.
What? Another rat colony? Hit him with rats!
I might lose here. I'm probably gonna lose here.
I'm starting to think that this might not be this finisher might not be here to finish him. It might be here to save me. Alright, I can target myself and if I'm low, raise my life back up.
Yeah.
Or maybe I just shouldn't have him in the deck at all. I don't know. Who knows? Their life's
Time for
unanswerable.
rats.
Yeah. Ooh, rat time. This guy's.
Time for rats. Dude, I just want to get.
Oh my god. Oh, concessions that aren't sure the box office does? Yikes. It's a lot of positions all at once. Enrage works. Does it work when he dies too?
What is it?
So there's a hatchling, raptor hatchling. But if I kill it and it has enrage, it won't.
It has to
trigger?
survive. It has to survive.
Okay, interesting. That thing's dying then.
Think of it like a grim patron.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's an interesting thing, kinder. That's the whale, right? That you just sent through.
Did he send a whale?
I didn't see it, and I have my chat pulled out of the website, so my chat's.
Oh, I don't know how it works with actually groups then.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see whale.
It does not show up in popped out chat. Wow, I might actually have to adjust the way that I view my own chat in order to be able to see this stuff.
Interesting.
So here's what I've got. My webcam sits on my second monitor, and it's all the way on the left side of the monitor. And I like to put my chat right under it. So when I look at chat, it's like I'm looking at the camera. But
I was lied to. It does work that way.
Does it? Oh no!
Now he's oopsing me. Don't oops me, you fuck.
Right.
I can't win, but I'm gonna take you out with me.
This guy's going for it.
But I'm gonna have to probably gonna have to adjust my stream then. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that, but I'll figure it out. By the way, Kinder, you should totally not. I mean, never beach ball me until I'm man. That is a ton of sparks. That's the sort of sparks that can take you from having earned the first tier to having earned the second tier. Like, that's a ton of sparks.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what's really cool about the rats?
Let's just go on.
You know how sometimes you get into the standoff with your opponent where neither person's attacking?
Yep.
Well, every time I play another rat, my whole board gets bigger.
Oh my god.
So it's like, oh man, well I can't attack him, and he just played another creature. So I played another creature, and everything's now 5-1.
Oh my god.
Now it's 6-1.
And Time of Ice for the win.
So if he like destroys my board or taps my board or something, I'm done. But until that time, just gonna keep playing rats. Get all these rats.
Yep. And I might have just saved myself, depending on if he has a way to kill me instantly. If he doesn't, I might pull this off.
I'm not sure, Kinder.
I don't know much. I don't know much about Chrome. I'm more of a Firefox person.
No! Why
Gee,
you
I
do
didn't think
this?
you'd be that upset about it.
Yeah. I love it, though. It's my favorite of the applications. Why you gotta be so rude? Wait, I'm not dead yet! Oh, he's bad at math. Maybe. He might be bad at math. We'll find out in 1 second. No, he's not bad at math. Fuck this
All right,
game.
well, I think that's where I'm gonna call it right there at the bottom of Bronze Tier 4. You know,
Yeah.
There you go.
there's only room to work up from here.
Perfect.
So,
That's the what we like to say.
That's right.
that's the idea.
I found the rat's weakness.
The rat's
What?
weakness.
Water?
No, it was a green creature that gave all green creatures trample.
No.
Oh, God.
So I had 8-1. I had rats that were 8-1, and when he'd attack with his 8-8, they killed each other, but I took 7.
Jesus.
Wow.
My one weakness: creatures that do anything.
That's good.
Yeah, alright. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here.
Yep. I have an idea.
What's up?
I did this as a test my first stream yesterday, and I think it's a great thing. So let me go to our actual page real quick, and then go to our new hashtag. Followed up by, and let's go raid our favorite little boy. Kinder. I mean, sorry, not Kinder. Virus.
There we
Yeah,
go.
okay, guys.
Because
so,
we can
awesome.
just dump an insane amount of sparks on this man.
That sounds
Right.
cool.
So let's dump some sparks on him. He is partnered, so nobody has to feel bad about wasting. We'll get something from it. Plus, I want to point out that pizza is like his theme. So we're pizza rating him is going to be awesome, guys. It's gonna be great. So I want some participation, even if you just do the hashtag. If you don't put the pizzas in it, that's okay. But I want some participation from you guys.
Sorry. Okay, I'm all set and ready. So thank you all for coming out. Just real quick, well, like 2 seconds. What's everyone doing this week?
RPG tomorrow and Streamer's Choice Saturday. I'm not sure.
Okay, interesting.
What I say?
We already got the stuff from Shenanigans, but do you want to say it again?
Friday free game feature tomorrow night, and I won't be back on probably until Costream again next week.
Sounds good. Good luck. Swamp Shack, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Probably be heading back next week, and I think we're gonna do Hearthstone, right?
Yeah,
Probably gonna cycle it over that way. We'll see.
Sounds good. And then for me, Dead by Daylight finishing the event, followed up by finishing the 76 Fallout 76 beta, and then I'm looking to transition to another game, and I'm figuring that out as we speak. So there we go.
Nice.
Sounds
all
good.
right, guys.
Thank you all for coming out.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks for the hosts and follows. Let's go.
Woo!
All right, guys. See ya.
Take care, guys. All right, let's jump on into